The old progeny is back on the menu, boys. Good old progeny is back on the menu, boys. Good old progeny is back on the menu, boys. They just dropped a whole new event. I DM'd the boy. I said, "What's good?" He said, "What's up?" I said, "Okay. I am interested. I don't have a bold plan. Right now, apparently he's grabbing people. Apparently my man is using his influence to grab people. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. I don't know yet. There's a new character sheet and I'm dead, so I gotta have a new character. Apparently he's got plans. I've got plans. If his plans work out, then I got an idea and I'm willing to pitch. If his plans don't work out, I have another idea that I'm willing to go with. Look, I'm a now the plan is if his plan don't work out, I'm probably just gonna play like the same character I played last season because I had so much fun. Uh, I'm just gonna do the same shit because it was fucking great content and it was super funny. Probably that. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. The world is a complicated place, and I'm here playing Minecraft. Oh my god, how long has it been since we played like a decent chunk of Minecraft? I just want to ice boat race. I've been thinking about it. I think about ice boat racing. I'm like, damn, I should ice boat race. So I'm gonna do it. That's the beautiful thing about being an independent adult. I can do what I choose, and what I choose is ice boat racing. And so now I will do it. Amazing how that works. We might do it for an hour. We might do it for longer. We might do it for shorter. We'll figure out something else to do after that. I'm not quite sure. The world, again, is a complicated place. No reason to try to control what can't be. It's something I learned. No point in trying to control what can't be. Not when everything is so strange and weird and complicated and strange. I don't fear the world leaving me. I fear me leaving the world. Writing was okay today. I was like I was not ecstatic with it. I wasn't furious with it. I mean, it absolutely could have gone better, but I think I started the day with like an idea of like what I wanted to do, and then it kind of turned into something else because I realized like time constraints kind of prevented me from getting to the actual sauce of the matter. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Let's just focus on what we have. And then I had an idea for that, and it kind of started to morph and transform as I wrote. So the things that I was writing like as I started weren't really matching the kind of theme that I was going for in the second part. And so there's kind of like the little bit of disconnect. I think I definitely could have done a lot better if I could, go back and edit a lot of things. But honestly, I think I cooked up some pretty some pretty good sentences. I think there were some pretty good sentences, some individual like bits of prose. And I think honestly, that's like I don't think I worry about my storytelling sensibilities. I think I know what makes a good story. I think I know what works inside of a story. I just think it's a question of does it sound good when I tell it? And that's kind of what this writing thing has always been. I never worry about telling the story. The actual the concept of the story, I think I always have is solid. I've never been like, whenever I've had an idea for a story and I've run it by somebody, they're like, yeah, that's a good idea. I've never had a problem with that. It's just about the way that I tell it or the way that I do it, whether that be through video or through writing or through any other medium. And so I think that I'm hopefully getting better at that. There's also a lot of other more complicated things about storytelling, like pacing and stuff like that. And that I kind of separate that from like storytelling as a general concept and a general rule. It's more of like I imagine storytelling to be like the concept of the story itself, and then everything else is kind of its own, like, the pacing of the story, like how fast the story is going. Like, as long as like the idea behind the story is solid, and the things that you want to have happen are happening, that's good. It's just that there's a lot of like little sauce details that's what makes, you know, you good at actual like telling stories, right? There's a difference between being able to do storytelling. I don't like this track. There's a difference between, I'm trying to verbalize what I'm saying, and I'm not making any fucking sense. There's a difference between storytelling and telling a story. That's really funny. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think there's a lot of things that I'm super confident about and I'm happy with, and then there's other things that I'm just not, and that is the nature of the beast. And you know what? I'm happy with it so far. I think I'm making progress in terms of how I think I am getting better. I'm improving at what I'm trying to do, and honestly, that's all that fucking matters. As long as I feel like there's some noticeable improvement because of what I'm doing every morning, then hey, we're getting somewhere. Do my Red Ball Premier League match? You gonna lock in? Oh shit, should I watch this? Should I fucking spectate this? When is this dropping, my brother? I need to spectate this shit. Red Ball Premier match? What you doing? Shit, brother. I'm shooting the shit. I'm on an ice boat, bro. You know how fast I'm going right now? If I go into a wall, I'm gonna die. My character is gonna die. Oh my god, what the fuck? Yeah, you probably followed me because I was super cool and epic. And you wanted to give me all your life savings, probably something like that, but what do I know, right? You're like, damn, this guy's so sick. He deserves more money. Which is true, honestly. Thank God somebody said it. You're so brave for that. Nah. Like I said, I am really just shooting the shit right now. I'm kind of just like blindly ice boat racing, and apparently there's a Red Ball match about to start, which is such an irrelevant esport. Not that to say it's even an esport is a crazy thing to say. It's just a thing. I just want to see it. I'm excited to see if this match is actually going to be any good. I wonder. A Premier League match. This is very exciting. What the fuck? Why am I on the screen? Get off my stream. Get off my stream. I can see this. I can see you watching my stream on their stream. This is not right. Get. Boy, I swear to God. I'm gonna file a content strike against this guy. Whoever's streaming this match, I'm gonna file a content strike. I'm filing a content strike. I'm done. They're banned permanently. Did you finish Poon Poon? I'm close. Don't tell me anything. Things are like... Things are cautiously good with Poon Poon right now. At this point. It was bad for a second, bro. MJ, when you said shit was gonna get bad, you meant it, bro. Shit got bad. But shit is kind of okay right now. Cautiously. I'm rooting for my boy here. He's kind of on the up and up. I'm concerned that this is gonna end terribly with pain and death and destruction and all that good stuff. So I am going to, I'm proceeding with caution here. DK, so this map is fun. Okay, hold on. Apparently there's a Red Ball matchup. There's a Red Ball Premier League match. That's a thing. Let me bring it up. Fucking like 9 or 10. It's fucking super duper peak. Okay, apparently there's 4 people. Frosty, Norxor, Brawl. Are they talking? There's no audio. Oh my god. It is a event. Red Ball Premier League. Chamara Ant is probably like an 8 or a 7 or 8. There were too many flaws in it for me to like make it. Like it was like the storytelling itself was really good, but the actual like There was some stuff in it that just really fucking rubbed my bones badly. What's going on here? All right, we are. Oh, we're all playing Red Ball 4. I guess the idea is to try to get the best time possible. I'm not quite sure about the rules here. This is not Red Ball 4. This is Red Ball 2, I think. No, somebody's playing Red Ball. 2 people are playing Red Ball 4. The other 2 are playing Red Ball 3. Fascinating. Now he's playing Doodle Jump. No, I'll tell you where I'm at. Don't say anything. I'll tell you where I'm at. I'm going to figure out what's happening. What is this Red Ball Premier League thing? I'm going to discover. I'm going to learn, okay? Maybe, I know there's like a tournament. Tournament announcements. Tournament. This is... I assume everybody's just trying to get, like, the best time, I would assume. I am playing Tommy in it, odd music. This is okay. Norxor is gonna get his jump. Is he gonna... Okay, he's gonna get a second. Oh, no, he doesn't. So, I don't know. I guess they're just trying to get, like, individual level runs or something. Who knows? Whatever the fuck. This is baffling to me. I have no idea what's going on. But I guess it's pretty cool. Okay. Okay, so here's what's happening. Right now, they just got rejected from getting published. They just got rejected from getting their manga published. Right? They didn't get rejected. I don't know if they got rejected. They got like they got told, you know, in no uncertain terms, this shit is probably not gonna be it, Chief. That's where I'm at. And it's good. That's good. Because where we were at was so, what the fuck? Where we were at was so much worse. It was so much worse. I like how it's so... Okay, get me out of this map. Weird ass map. What do I like? I just like that. Okay, story wise, because I'm rooting for my boy Poon Poon like nobody's business. Shout out to the boy. I'm rooting for this boy Poon Poon, and it's good because he has something. He's got purpose in his life, bro. He was walking around like a zombie, bro. He was doing jack shit. Oh my god. I was like, bro is going to end his life in no uncertain terms. And now he's got purpose. There's like something for him to do. He's writing this book. He's being an editor. He's doing storytelling. Like, this is like, okay, we're getting somewhere here. He might, I don't know, become a real estate agent. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But like, we're getting somewhere. He has something. That's so good, bro. It is absolutely hitting really close to home. I'll talk about that later. I'll talk about that after. Okay, I'll talk about my relationship to this story, because it is. There are certain things that I certainly relate to. I think on a very personal level with the story. But I think like right now, it's going so good, and it was going so bad, bro. Oh my god, bro, he got fucking raped, dude. That shit was the craziest thing that I ever done seen. Bro just got fucking sexually assaulted for no fucking reason. It was crazy. And it was just like, oh my man. And it just, bro, I was tripping balls. Because I'm like, it just happened. And he was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. And then he goes on to like repeat the same actions. And then he goes on to almost do the same thing. To almost fucking rape a girl, dude. It's like, wow. The way that the past wraps around and affects us as we grow up. What we go through. Dude. What we experience wraps around to hit us. Oh my god, dude. It was like, damn. that like when I saw that shit like hit me super like hard, just because it's like, yeah, that's what fucking happens, bro. It's just the way that we grow up affects so much about how we interact with the world. This slightly autistic kid, maybe not slightly, but this kid just trying to figure shit out, bro. Poor guy. So, I don't know. Shout out to whatever this girl's name is. I forget. I could pronounce it something with an S. I know. Shout out to this illustrator girl. She's the only fucking good person that has ever happened in Poon Poon's life. This person, the only positive fucking person, dude, in this entire motherfucker's life. This girl deserves the fucking world, dude. This girl deserves the chick. She deserves the fucking world. Okay, if it wasn't for her, Poon Poon would be standing in front of a train live, colorized, 3D. Shit would end. This anime would end expeditiously, bro. Shit would end dramatically on like chapter 60. He would be fucking dead already, bro. Oh my god, the fact, bro. And he, dude, I remember like screaming at the, like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Because he tried, bro. Poon Poon tried so hard to fuck up a good thing. And he continues to try so hard to fuck up a good thing. And she is like, and she won't let him do it. And I'm like, how the fuck are you like this, bro? This girl, you are actually an angel on fucking God's green earth sent to this person. How the fuck? You should not be as good as you are. You should not be as good as you are. Poon Poon, I'm fucking tripping for you, bro. You better not fuck this up. Whatever you have going on right now, you better not fuck this up. Oh, dude, I'm terrified right now. Because right now, this thing that's happening is so good, and I don't want it to be bad. And I'm scared it's going to end up awful. Again, I finish it tonight. I have to watch, it's WrestleMania weekend, so I won't be doing a whole lot of reading tonight. It's WrestleMania time, baby. Well, and the WrestleMania is 2 nights, remember? Well, don't remember. You don't know that. It is WrestleMania time, so I do have to lock in. As a certified wrestling enjoyer, this is my night, okay? So, I'm excited. I'm scared John Cena is going to win. I don't want John Cena to win. Never thought I'd say that. I don't want John Cena to win. I hope he fucking loses, bro. Peak. Well, WrestleMania only happens once, okay? Poon Poon is always there for me. I can always just come back to it. I'm not skipping on Peak. I'm just delaying Peak, okay? Sometimes edging is good, you know? It gives you, you know, delayed satisfaction. It's like a positive thing to learn how to do, you know? Being able to delay your own satisfaction. Positive trait, they say. Very positive. I want to get a new fucking record on this map. Doggo! W analogy, thanks. Doggo, you're great. Can I say it? Great. Great chatter. Am I in the wrong stream? I don't think so. I guess it depends what you're looking for. What do you want? What do you want from stream? Melatonin. What are you looking for? Tell me your life story. Explain to me what the fuck is happening. I need some voices in my head. Dude, it's actually crazy that I live, like, my job is to have voices in my head. Oh, what a fucking line that was, dude. What a line, and I fucked it up at the end. I live with voices in my head because my job is to wear a headset for 8 hours a day. I put on a headset, and I have to listen to my director talk to me through my headset 8 hours a day. So I do have voices in my head. All the time, actually. Aside from the normal voices I have in my head. But that's just me talking to myself. I don't have voices in my head. I have voices outside of my head because I verbalize my voices. That's how you know I'm really crazy. 2 hours. Well, I mean, sometimes I'll do that. I'll get like an obsession with a song and I'll listen to it like 8 times in a row. Or sorry, 8 times, more like 80 times in a row. And then I'm like, oh, okay, it's good. And then I'll stop listening to it. Maybe... Oh no. Oh, my line. It was bad. Oh, does that save it? That was kind of a nasty cave. It saved me .10. Do I get it back somehow? Or am I just going to lose more time? I felt slow. Yeah, it was slow. Yeah, okay. Have you tried Epic the Musical? Their songs are so catchy. I have not. I don't really listen to musicals. It's like my music of choice. I was listening today when I was shopping. I was listening to Caravan Palace, my favorite band. Which was good. I like that. I was like a good Caravan Palace listen. Just re-listening to like 3 of their albums. Shit was fire. I've heard of them. Yeah, they're good. They're actually the greatest band ever, if your name is me. Fun fact. But yeah, they're super good. A lot of people just know them as like Ooga Booga Electro Swing. Because, you know. But they're very much genre benders. Style benders. Oh my god, I'm half a second ahead, by the way. Can we talk about this? And can we talk about how Sheepo3 is trying his best to fuck it up however he can? This is actually diabolical work. I'm down. When I come into this, I'm down. Yeah. Golly, brother. How do I always lose time on the back half? I'm still unsure about this. There's got to be a better way to do the ending, because I'm not getting any time. Shopping was easy today. I've switched up the method. Oh my god, dude, that cut is like just a little bump on the corner like that is actually so hot, dude. I've switched up the order because what I've realized is that if I go to Safeway too early, their stocking guys are still in their stocking shelves and they get in the way. I'm like, I can't get my shit that I want. So I've decided I go to Target before I go to Safeway. And if I don't need to go to Target, I wait a little bit before I go to Safeway. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just a little bit locked in. Give it to me. Give it to me hot. Oh my god, 1 second improvement. Oh! Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Minus 1.25. They don't make them like me anymore. They don't make them like me anymore. They don't do it. They don't do it. Shit is really diabolical out here. Take me somewhere new. I'm done with this track. I'm built. Oh, this is a full speed map, I think. Cringe. Blue ice. Cringe. Oh yeah, but what I was gonna talk about is actually the impact that Poon Poon has had on my life. Basically, I just decided I'm gonna lock in. I'm tired of being a little bitch, and I've decided I'm gonna lock in now. Officially, Sheepo3 is gonna lock in. Next week I'm not gonna stream Tuesday, Thursday, because I want to finish working on this fuck-ass project. I told myself I would finish all the visuals by the end of the month, and I'm gonna do it. I will finish the visuals by the end of the month. I might take the fucking day off on Friday, just to like so I can spend all Thursday night editing, because I'm really close. I just need to get like this to step over the line here. I've figured out like all the creative stuff, basically all the cool creativity about it. I've already finished that. That's usually the hard part. Right now I just need to finish like the boring shit, like the more technical stuff, the I need to finish the more technical details of the thing, and I think once I'm there, then everything just comes together. And so I'm very excited for that. Hopefully, if I can make the technical details work. AKA sometimes creativity surpasses the my own technical limitations. Right now I just need to focus on getting all my models. I need to focus on getting all of my what's the word I'm looking for? I need to focus on getting all of my masks on point. I need to focus on getting all of my masks totally like perfect the way I want them to, and then once I have the masks, I'm able to do shadow work, and it's gonna be a really basic shadow work, but it's going to be like, it's gonna be something, because shadow work is super hard to do with video if you're not going like frame by frame, or you don't have like perfect shadows are super hard to do. Okay, even on like photos, shadows are super hard to do. And then on like, imagine a video where it's like 60 FPS, like holy shit, okay? Like it's just not gonna work. So I won my match. Good job, Northstar. What was that? Like I tried to watch. Like what was the, because I saw like people playing different games, like people playing 2 different games. You were retrying like the same level. I don't know what the vibes were. I'm like, what's going on here with these lands? Felt like an old lady, like, what are you doing? Well, have fun. I was very confused. Is it just like who completes, like, was it like a full game run, or is like who completes the level first, or like how do you determine scoring? Individual level competition. Okay, so it's, you compete at individual levels, and whoever can like complete them in the fastest time by the end of the allotted time wins, I guess. Like there's a, you have 10 minutes to complete this level. Whoever can do it the best gets fucking kissed. Damn, only 5 minutes. That's brutal. Only 5 minutes that's something else. Oh, speaking of something really funny, speaking of competition, something really funny. I'm not mad about it. I just want to say that I'm not mad about it. I just want to say it's really funny. I was trying to do some ice hockey last night. I was trying to play some ice hockey, and I'm like, oh, there's a scrim happening. And I jumped in, and there's some people like waiting for scrims, like they're trying to get people together to do a scrim, and I'm like, you guys need a goalie. So I entered away from the fan team. I joined one of the teams, and I jumped out on the ice as the goalie. Literally within 5 seconds of me touching the ice, I get sent straight back to spectator mode. I'm like, what the fuck? They fucking kicked me, cause I'm like, they said this kid is too dog shit. I'm so bad I can't even play in scrims. That's how dog shit I am. There's levels to this game, bro. And I'm not mad about it, because again, I don't want to be bad and like fuck up their scrims because I'm dog shit, right? I don't want that to happen. That's not what I'm trying to do. But it was so fucking funny when it happened. I'm like, that's crazy. That's so dead ass. I got kicked from scrims for being too dog shit. Shit is really a travesty. I thought you had offers? Well, it was the one scrim, and no, I don't have offers. I basically told them, like, I'm gonna wait till next season, and next season is like not probably till the end of like the middle of summer is probably gonna be next season. Midsummer, end of summer type time period to get the next season, so it's gonna be a little bit before Sheepo 3 be doing any actual serious ice hockey, which is good, thank God, because I have some time to finish this project and get my life in order and hopefully get a better job so I have better hours and all that good stuff. So that's real shit. But yeah, I'm just like around just practicing. Just whenever I have free time, I'll just hop on and like, oh, I wonder if I can get in a scrim, and if I do get in a scrim, then it's good, and if I don't get in a scrim, then hey. Right now, all experience just being on the ice with somebody else who's taking shots on me and actively trying to like score on me is just good practice, right? That's all it is. Well, man, I don't. Poon Poon is like what? It's 140 chapters, something 140. The artwork is great, by the way. Artwork diffs like so much. People be talking about these fucking shonen animes, bro. Poon Poon diffs so fucking hard, bro. It's actually diabolical how much Poon Poon diffs. There's so many panels. For me, I think the panels that stand out more, the more like, I don't know, just the more obscure ones where there's just people. It's just crowded spaces. Those are always so impressive to me. The ones with just giant crowds of people. I don't know. The artwork is really good. With God in them. I don't like God. I don't like God. I think God's an asshole. I'm glad God's gone. I think he is. I hope he's gone. We'll see. Maybe Poon Poon is going to spiral and God's going to reappear. I hope he doesn't. Fuck God. I hope God fucking disappears. For real. But we'll see if Poon Poon can continue to lock in. Or if he's going to fucking do some dumb shit again. What else do I want to say? Oh, yeah. It's crazy. Poon Poon literally got demoted to a fucking floating prism. Can we talk about that? How Poon Poon, for a little bit, he stopped being a fucking cartoon bird and he just became a fucking prism. Bro got demoted. Bro got so mid at life, he got demoted into being a fucking prism. That was crazy. Thank God he's back. Thank God our cute little bird is back. But the prism? Bro. Prism era Poon Poon was that. Those are dark times, bro. Prism era Poon Poon were dark times. Or maybe that's just the nature of... I don't know if... Girl, fuck with him? I hope so. I hope that at the very end we get to actually see Poon Poon's face. I dream of it. One day we actually get to see what Poon Poon looks like. We actually get to see Poon Poon in all of his fucking glory. I hope one day. I hope he starts speaking, bro. He starts speaking. All that stuff. I want it all. I want Poon Poon to have it all. And I don't know if he's going to get it all, but all I can do is hope, man. Cross the fingers, MJ. We'll see what happens. I hope the ending is peak. Oh Jesus, sorry. I saw 2 pink messages. I thought that they were from the same person, and I thought that you were having like melatonin. I thought that you were having like crazy split personality disorder for a second. I thought that I was tripping. I'm like, this is really wild. 2 pink names typed in my chat. I am too. Yeah, melatonin was going crazy. Oh yeah, we're talking about a fucking manga. It's called Goodnight Poon Poon, and MJ has attacked me aggressively, say read this, and I said okay, fine, I'll read it, even though it sounds kind of stupid, and it was not stupid. It was actually peak. So now I'm currently reading Peak. And I hope it's Goodnight Poon Poon. P-U-N-P-U-N. Poon Poon. Pun. Weak-minded? Oh yeah. He's a little bitch. 100%. But that's not his fault. It's not his fault for being a little bitch. He's a little bitch because of the nature of his environment that he grew up in. That's what's smart about Poon Poon. Because you can understand why he's a little bitch. You can make that connection in your head like, oh, that's why he's a little bitch. What's Poon Poon's backstory? Let's see. His dad domestically abused his mother, who hated him because she didn't really want kids. Then she died of cancer. That happened a little bit later. She died of cancer. He was taken care of by his uncle, who tried to kill himself, didn't, got saved by some random chick, who became his wife. He cheated on her. They're still together. Also, oh, by the way, the wife of the uncle raped Poon Poon. That happened. Poon Poon got raped by the wife of his uncle. Yeah. That's kind of the there's some more, but that's kind of like the major points that I think you gotta focus up on. Pedo? I don't know if he's a pedo. I just think I don't know. It's complicated. But yeah, basically, he was surrounded by a bunch of not good people. Shit was really bad. Trying the light at the end of the tunnel. I think that he's looking at the light. I just don't know if he knows that he's looking at the light. Because sometimes you can be staring the light right in the face, and you're just closing your eyes the whole time. I think that this is the light, or at least this is as close to the light as he's ever been. Think it's a train? No, it's just because, yeah, sometimes that, but like this is like he's lived in darkness so long that he's just used to he's just used to having his eyes closed. He lived his entire life like hopeless and boundless, and like there's no hope for him. Throughout his entire school, he had like no fucking friends because he was probably a little bit autistic. Maybe a little is a strong word, I'd say. But now there is Akio was there's actually somebody who genuinely cares about him and is trying to help him. And he tried to refuse help for a long time because that's what people who haven't ever been helped in their life do. They try to reject it. They try their best to never accept help. And there is help now. And Poon Poon he's been there long enough that now he's accepted it, now it's part of it, and now he's got purpose. That's the biggest thing. That's like the whole thing about Poon Poon. It's like the most important thing that you can all understand about being better at life. If you want to be better at life, have purpose. Literally have something that you need to do. I know for a fact that I will not kill myself anytime soon. I'm okay. You know why? Because I have purpose. Because I have something I'm trying to do. I'm trying to accomplish. Something I'm trying to get done. That's how I know I'm safe. That's how I know my mental will always be secure, because I have purpose. That's the most important thing. If you live without purpose, that shit's gonna fuck you up, dude. That shit's gonna fuck you up. Because without purpose, you can find yourself in really bad... What's your purpose? I don't know. I'm just trying to make some cool shit. That's my purpose. I'm trying to finish this fuck-ass video. That's my purpose. I'm trying to get a better job. That's my purpose. I have something that I'm always trying to do. There's always something I'm trying to do, trying to accomplish, something that's hard, something that takes work. It's not fun. Why do you think the reason is for refusing for help? Because you don't understand. I think refusing help is just like, because you are selfishly selfless. You're selfishly selfless. Because you're scared about other people being, you know, annoyed or burdened by you, when in reality you're just trying to find more ways to self-pity, because you're so used to living in despair that pity is like self-pity is all you know. It's hard to like kind of look outside of the light and say there is something better, because I'm just so used to living in darkness, right? It's like the same way that the light blinds you whenever you step out of a dark room. Your eyes need time to dilate. And right now, Poon Poon's eyes are dilating. And he's getting out of that space where he realizes that he doesn't need to do it all on his own. And he realizes that shit is really bad, and now he is accepting help, and now there is something. I'm kind of the same way. It's kind of why I relate to him a little bit. I don't like accepting help. But it's something that you need to do. Because if you don't accept help, then you are a selfish person. Because the reason why you are accepting... The reason that you are denying help is because you are selfish. It is, again, selflessly selfish. Or selfish selflessness. That's what I call it. How do you find your purpose? I don't know, just do some shit. Your purpose doesn't need to be that deep. Just like do some shit. Have a thing that you're trying to have a long-term goal. that you can take meaningful steps toward every day. Write a book. Paint a picture. Do something. Find a better job. I don't know. Something where you can just keep on working at it. JMFC Junkie. I thought you were somebody else for a second, but long time no see for sure. I like to bike as my purpose. Well, shit, just get better at biking then. Learn, I don't know. Learn how to repair your bike. I don't know. Bike more. Get better at biking. I don't know. Do some crazy shit like that. Yeah. Doesn't need to be. Purpose is not. I feel like people have this idea that purpose is like this grand narrative of your life. Right? Your entire being, your entire motive of living. No. Purpose isn't the fucking reason for living. It's the reason. It's the way you. It's small. Purpose is small. It's small and insignificant and stupid sometimes, and it's only you can see it sometimes, and that's what purpose is. It's the small little goals that you have. Is finishing this project going to be a fucking great mark on my life? Is that going to be the point where my life turns around? No, it's not. It's a stupid video project that somebody's going to look at for 2 seconds and say, damn, that was cool sometimes. But that it means something to me. And that's what, that's purpose. It means something to me, dude. Cool idea for a story. It's like the main character figures out how to time travel and goes to the future just at a time period. That is something that I don't think I can write. I don't think I'm equipped to write that. My writing today, I was talking about it earlier. My writing was okay today. It started out like I had an idea. I wanted to do some like romantical stuff. I didn't get to that point. I didn't get to the point in the story where like I could start doing the romance stuff. So I started doing something else. I kind of just focused on like what I was doing, and then like if it came to that, then like hell yeah, we have time, but we didn't have time. And then like I had an idea for a character. And then my character was like, I had this initial idea, and then it like transformed and morphed into something different. And it's like, I like the different version better, but because I was writing it with a different character in mind at the beginning, it like the beginning didn't really match the ending in terms of tone. And so basically it didn't really line up, but I think I got better at in regards to prose. I think I had some sentences which I cooked up that I'm like, I kind of cooked. So some of those sentences that I wrote, I'm like, shit, am I spitting bars right now? So I think that's kind of the ultimate goal here. Like I said, I don't think storytelling has ever been my problem. I think I know how to tell a good story. I think I know what goes into a good story. I think I have a bunch of ideas of how to make a good story or how to build a world or anything like that. I think the problem is just about how to write it in a way that is not miserably boring. So that's it. It's just about how do you tell a story in a way that doesn't suck. Your story can be great. If you don't tell it in an interesting way, then your story sucks. So that's ultimately what these writing sessions are about more than anything. Just figuring out how to tell, how to write. How to speak in the language of writing, which is a really funny sentence to say, but it is kind of true. Because my writing for so long has been very focused. There's a method. And right now, I'm kind of rediscovering the method. Discovered fire was cooking. Does your handwriting suck? Oh, yeah. 100%. It's not getting any better. That's why I get scared if anybody asks, like, oh, you write? Can I see your notebook? And I'm like, sure. And then they look at it, they're like, wow. So that's interesting. Just practice it? I don't want to. Because I can always just type. And right now, this is for me. It's not for anybody else. Oh, damn it. I almost finished the map too. This book is for me. This book is not some performative piece of like thing that I can show somebody. This is for me. More lame? I don't know. I think that we're just focused on different things, right? I care about the process of telling a story. It doesn't matter how my words look. It matters what I'm saying, right? The message I'm trying to get across, the sentences I type. So you know, the actual handwriting of the thing is not what's important here. It's not what I care about. Just to write like a book about teenage boys depressed. Fuck, dude. What a miserable fucking. I don't know. I don't want to do that. I think I want to do more dialogue next week. I think I need to force myself to do dialogue. I need to just start up in the middle of a conversation. I just need to have a conversation between two people, just start up like right there. It's just happening. So I can just get better at that. And then also just write more like novels. Get better at describing people, I think. That's also something I want to get better at. Describing people. Describing things. I worry that sometimes I'm a little bit too plot heavy and I don't take the time to kind of flesh out the other things, you know, using descriptive words and sentences and shit like that. I'm trying to figure that out. I think for that, I just kind of want to like take a peek at some books that I know that I think are really good. Just like reread some books I think are really good and just like actually read them and like, hey, how do you use like prose? How do you describe things? How do you space out a chapter in terms of how this all works? And I think it definitely because I'm writing in such short bursts and I'm writing so little, I kind of have to like push plot a little bit harder than like actual just descriptive shit, because you know the plot needs to get to a point. It needs to get to a point where it actually is doing something. So I kind of have to speed run it. But I wonder if I had more time with shit, would I be able to cook something better? I don't know. Like I said, I think right now we're just gonna next week it's gonna be dialogue. It's gonna be dialogue Tuesday. Dialogue Tuesday, everybody. We're all talking on Tuesday. Except it's not Tuesday, it's gonna be Saturday. But either way, look, the fact still remains. It's Dialogue Tuesday next week. Basically Goosebumps. I don't know, shit, brother. I never read the Goosebumps books as a kid. I never touched the Goosebumps kids because I like I said, I hated horror. I hated horror. Okay? So I saw the Goosebumps kid, I saw the fucking title, I saw the covers of the book, and I'm like, I will not read that shit. I said, nope skis, I'm okay. Thanks, boss. See you next time. It's Dialogue Tuesday, except it's Saturday. Everybody knows Dialogue Tuesday happens on a Saturday. That's just a fact. I'm gonna read fucking Percy Jackson by Rick Riordan. And that's how I'm gonna learn how to write. By learning from the GOAT himself, Rick Riordan. That's who I will follow. My guiding light. Don't ever speak ill of the good again. Read some AO3. Shit. I might. Except, I think AO3 might be a little bit hard on the descriptive stuff, you know? Sometimes the plot gets lost in the sauce, bro. There's only so many ways you can describe a phallus until, you know, it kind of gets a little bit like, alright, brother. Let's just get to the point of the thing, huh? This shit is really getting old, huh? You gotta get going here. Things aren't all sexual? Well, those aren't the good ones. Why do you think I'm here, bro? What, you think I'm here for a short time? No, hell no. I'm not here for that shit, brother. We're here for a good time. Bro, if I wanted to read a book, I just read a book. I don't go into books looking for fucking hot smut. If I want hot smut, I know exactly where I can go. I don't need a book. I don't need to go for like, I don't need a hardcover book for that. All right. Crimson Rivers is goated. Look, I'm sure some of the fanfics that are written are good, but I don't care about your made up story inside of a world between characters that already have a story. You know what is probably better than your fan fiction? The original fucking book or story or video game or whatever. Probably that is probably a better story than your fan fiction. No offense. There's a reason why you wanted to write a fan fiction about that story instead of, you know, the author writing a fan fiction about your story, okay? There's a reason, brother. There is a fucking reason, dude. And guess what? If there's a fan fiction that's better than the original source material, then I probably don't want to engage with the source material in the first place. I don't care about the source material at that point. Okay? Better than Harry. I don't want to fucking engage in a Harry Potter fanfiction. I don't care enough about the fucking characters. The source material was good enough. I don't want to read more Harry Potter. That entire universe is already stupid as is, bro. Like try to read Harry Potter as an adult. The world building fucking sucks, dude. Harry Potter is actually like the dumbest shit ever. Who wrote Harry Potter again? What's her name? She's fucking terrible at this shit. She actually needs to retire from writing expeditiously because she sucks. She cannot build a fucking world for shit. You know what's more effective than any wizardry? You know what's more effective than any wizard spell ever? A fucking gun, dude. A fucking gun. A gun is more effective than all wizards. You know what a wizard would really bring? I think if Harry Potter had a gun, he would be a much more effective wizard. What do you mean, cat, bro? You have to say a whole, like, ass word before you can kill somebody. I can just shoot somebody, bro. Avada Kedavra, bang. A gun does better work, bro. A gun does better work. It's crazy that the Muggles have not, like, diffed the wizarding world by, like, with, like, their military. Accio bomb. There's no Accio bomb. Accio nuclear explosion. Let's lock in, lads. Acting like wizards are so much better than the stupid dumbass Muggles. They're so stupid and idiotic. Us wizards are so based and wizard pill, and we do magic and shit, and we brew potions and shit. Cringe. Do some science. Lock in. If you work together, the fusion of technology and science could be amazing. Technology and magic. What a great combination, but no, you people are too fucking elitist. Get an iPhone. Get an iPhone. Harry Potter needs an iPhone. Just nuking? Exactly. What would Hogwarts do, bro? Your wizard spells aren't going to do shit against a nuke, bro. Your fucking magical protection spells are not going to do shit against a fucking nuke. It's not. They send in a A-130, bro. That helicopter will diff your entire fucking defense against the dark arts class. What if they teleport it? They're not gonna be able to, bro. They're not that good. Intercontinental ballistic missile, they're doomed, bro. You're donezo. The characters survive nukes because it's impossible to survive one. What book is where characters survive a nuke? What book are you reading where it's like somebody just toughed a nuke? Marvel? Oh, okay. Well, you know, superhero comics are different. Superhero comics, that's a different breed. To be fair, it's like the motherfuckers in like JJK survive stuff that's worse than nukes like every other day. Okay, they should just, you know, let's just chill from. That's just how, you know, that's just chill from. They just be vibing on that shit. I can fathom that a nuke becomes, well, no, you know it, but you can't fathom it. There's a difference between knowing something and fathoming it, and you're not fathoming it. There's a really funny experiment I like to like run with myself sometimes. Whenever there's like some tragedy that happened, and it's like 8 people died in this horrific shooting or whatever. And I'm like, 8 people? That's not that much. Small numbers. But then I like think about it. It's like 8 individual people. Like 8 individual people is a fucking crazy number. Like when you start to consider like each individual person, that becomes so much harder to fathom. 8 people dying becomes so much harder to fathom when you start to actually think about them. And that's kind of like the same thing with like, you know, degrees or anything, right? Our brains can't fathom these high numbers, right? We know that it takes like billions and billions of atoms to make up a single person, trillions and quadrillions or whatever the fuck of atoms to make up a person. You can't fathom that. You can't fathom that many atoms. You'll never be able to fathom it. Your brain is too small to fathom it. You'll know it, but you won't fathom it. Yeah, there's a fun experiment I like to do whenever motherfucker... Well, I mean, I work in the news business, okay, Amelia? Believe it or not, a whole bunch of people die every other day, and guess what's on the news? It actually just blows right by me for the most part. Oh, some dude died because he got hit by a car? Alright, go next. Oh yeah, the fucking... Yeah, that... Dude, that shooting fucked up our entire show. We had to do breaking news. Like, we had to cut to a breaking news presser because there was the shooting in fucking... in whatever college. Super annoying. Like, couldn't, like, the shooter wait for our normal news hours before that shit happened? Yeah, apparently there's some girl just took a video. That's crazy. To just take a video. They're just chilling. Too soon. Maybe. But again, it's news. The news business is an uncaring beast. Just gotta keep the vibes going. Someday I will actually complete this map. It's gonna happen. It's just that I always go, like, I'm always trying to, like, do it well. I'm just trying to drive the map too good. This is like random Animal Crossing, bro. What do you think? This shit is actual just Animal Crossing. This is what plays in Poon Poon's head whenever he's walking home at night in the rain. Which he's done multiple times. What do you think, Tubbo? You think Dream is gonna give me back the fucking music discs or whatever? Whatever they were fighting over? Spooky, scary skeletons? Too spooky. Too scary. I prefer normal skeletons. The spooky, scary variety are not for me. Had a visceral reaction when I watched the music video. Tree Miss and PSA. The streets don't remember. I hope the streets don't remember. I'm never gonna take that video down, but I will always be ashamed of it. Because it was so dog shit. I will always be ashamed of that video, but I will never take it down because I'm a man. There's a lot of my old content that's still up. If you scroll through the annals of the Sheepo 3 fucking history, the annals of the history of Sheepo 3, you'll see a lot of stupid shit that I made that was actually just dog shit. Some of it doesn't really hold up. Some of it does hold up. Some of it holds up. Not much. Sexist? Wait, what? Did I say something sexist? I might be saying something sexist. I don't know. Basically what I'm trying to say is that a lot of my old content that I used to upload on my YouTube channel is not very good. And I thought it was good. I thought I was like, oh damn, I'm really cooking. I guess that's just the power of hindsight, right? Maybe that's just my standards being too high, my comparison. Dank it down because I'm a man. Oh, sorry. That, you know what? You know, maybe it is sexist. Oh, speaking of sexism. Oh, I don't know. I haven't really finished thinking about this. I still have a split decision on this. Something feels wrong. But it's about the Princess Bride thing. We had that whole argument about the Princess Bride. I haven't watched it. Yeah. As I went back through like the fucking footage of that movie, and I'm like, you know what? Pickle does got a point. Not Pickle, Rose. Sorry, I say Pickle because I'm back in the old days right now. I'm reminiscing. I know Rose has had a point. There is some stuff that I'm like, damn, that is a little sexismo, but it still feels wrong to call it sexist, and I don't know why. I'm actually having a really confusing time with this because I've decided I'm not being super blinded by nostalgia. I've decided that I'm not being super blinded by nostalgia, but there's something feels wrong about like calling it sexist in some way. And I wonder if it's just because like I wonder if it's a movie that's explicitly made for men. And so by calling it sexist towards women, it feels like it dilutes some of the very positive things about the movie, right? Because like for me, like there are some times where like the main female character is like objectively she's useless. And I'm like, come on, you gotta clutch up. You gotta focus up, main character, woman, lead person. Do something. And sometimes she just doesn't do shit. And like that's a little bit annoying. But she's also like she's never like objectified, I think. And I think that's what's interesting about it. She's never like, it feels like, especially sometimes in these modern like male dominated movies, it feels like sometimes the women simply exist for sex appeal. And it feels like the woman main character never feels like that in The Princess Bride. She's not just there to look pretty, although she is beautiful. Like she's never there to just be hot. That's not her explicit goal. She's there because of true love. And that's the entire driving point of the movie, true love. That's why this prince is doing all this shit to come back and save his princess, for true love. And that is like, there's something beautiful in that. That it's like, as a dude watching the movie, I'm like, I can relate to that. Like, having a girl, like you've been proclaimed dead for years. You haven't been there for years, and this girl still loves you. Even though you're fucking supposed to be dead, and you come back from the dead, she still loves you. That is crazy. And that's a very like heart, like that's an inspiring message for a guy. Like I want somebody like that. I want somebody who can love me like that. I want somebody who can love me like that, man. It's relatable to be proclaimed dead. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Just wait, all right? I'm gonna take a sudden, unannounced 2-year break from streaming. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna have a fucking full beard, and I'm gonna start talking about how the sun and the earth are actually connected, and they're actually on the same wavelength that I can see, but you can't. And you need to subscribe to my Patreon so I can teach you the way on how to see the world differently. That's what's gonna happen. But that's more of a spoiler than anything. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the princess never feels like she simply exists to be fucking gawked at by these men. She always feels like, I don't know, like she's a real person that cares. And yeah, she's a little bit stupid. And yeah, she's a little incompetent. And yeah, she can't do shit. And yeah, I think that definitely kind of sucks a little bit. But she's fun, and she's cool, and she's interesting, and she has a personality. I think the accusations that she doesn't have a personality is fucking bullshit. I think she has a personality. She's got a great personality. Just that, again, like, she is focused on her fucking dude, and her dude is the main focus of the movie. So you know what? The dude is the main focus of the movie. Let the dude be the focus of the movie. Let there be some cool fight scenes that are for dudes. This is a movie for dudes. It's a dude movie. And it's a pretty, I'd say, for all the dude movies that exist, I think this is a pretty positive one. You know? It's a pretty positive dude movie. Of all the dude movies that exist. Actually, some positive messaging. Thank God, bro. So, that's why I kind of have a hard time calling it, like, super sexist. Like, definitely there are sexist elements. Like, if you look at it from a very, like kind of, like, tit-for-tat kind of point of view, where it's like if you have a scorecard and you're counting off all the sexist things that happen in the movie, you're not going to get a really good score by the end of it, right? But it's a little bit deeper than that. Also, that fucking the fucking Bechdel test that Rose was talking about is the stupidest thing I ever heard. I looked it up. It's actually the most brain-dead, stupid fucking thing ever. Like, are we really serious right now? How have we diluted the process of analyzing media into a fucking, are two women talking about things that are not related to men? And that's the fucking test to see if a movie is sexist. Christ on a bike, dude. Are we really that shallow these days that this is the fucking test that we use to tell how sexist a movie is? Like, Christ. That's like a female representation test. Are females represented in the movie? Okay, I don't care. That doesn't mean anything, bro. That doesn't mean anything. That's a meaningless test. Anybody who uses that test seriously is actually, like, fucking off their fucking rocker. Don't ever bring that shit up to me. If we're doing a media critique session, which we often do here on the Sheepo3 channel, don't ever bring that shit up to me, okay? I will fucking start tweaking. There, I started it. Now you have power over me, okay? Just educate yourself is what I should be doing, but I'm not. Christ on a bike. You've never heard me say Christ on a bike? I've been Christ on a biking for a hot minute now. Sheepo3 is a known Christ on a biker. That's the worst part. I don't know where I got Christ on a bike from. It might be from my mom. Again, most of my sayings are from my mom. But I don't think I remember my mom ever saying Christ on a bike. I think that's some shit I made up. She's not flat yet. You're blah. She's not flat. That happens later after use. After much usage, they become flat. Say it like that. Well, all I see, like, whenever I click on TikTok, I just see these girls talking about their, oh, I've had this blah for 5 years, and it's just like this fucking shark that is looking like looking like a shark that wants to die. And I'm like, that's crazy. This shark needs to be put out of its misery. Just buy a new one, girl. Girly pop. Just buy a new one. It's okay. You don't need to keep the same one. This shark needs to be put down. Please. Blah. Why do you say it like that? Blah. Because I think it's funnier to say it like that. I think it's objectively funnier to say it like blah. Because it sounds like blah. And that's funny. Blahaj. That sounds so much less funny and cool and interesting. I like blah. Blahaj. It is funny. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me. But yeah, I just think blah is funny, so I'm going to continue to say it like that. Sheepo3 is a known way. I'm a known mispronouncer of things. If you ever ask me for, like, what I'll do, okay, it's a really bad habit. I should stop doing it. But whenever I'm, like, reading a book and I see a character name, like, my brain has this initial impulse to pronounce it in a way. And I'll never stop pronouncing it in that way, right? If it's a name I've never seen before, I'll just pronounce it in one way, even if it's, like, not even close to, like I can sound it out. And it'll sound out completely differently from the way I say it, but I'll just say that, and I'll just think that for the entire time. And it's like, it's such a terrible habit. It sucks even more because whenever I talk about the book on stream and I just say the character name out of habit, and somebody's like, that's not how you pronounce it, I look so stupid, dude. I look like, oh, I've never read this book in my life. This guy's just saying things. I look so stupid, but I promise I'm not. I just pronounce fucking names like that, dude. It's not like that. I'm not stupid, bro. It's just I'm not stupid, but I am a little stupid. I do that too. Thank you. Again, this is just like it's not because I dislike the book or its material. It's not because I haven't read the material or I haven't engaged with the material. I have engaged with the material. I just want to get to other stuff. The name of the character is not the important part of the medium. Some names are cooler than others. I admit that. What are the names I've used in my book? I could check my notebook. I have a notebook full of names that I've used. I've used Connor, Taylor. I think there was another one. I wrote like a little medieval thing where I used some like medieval names that I just thought of off the rip. What's your favorite name? I think my name is Fire, actually. I really like my name. That's me being, you know, selfish, I'd say, but... No, just... I'm not... That's not... Now that might be sexist. No, Cress. I'm not trans yet. Yeah, I like I said, it may happen. I'm not. If there's a non-zero chance that I become trans, so I will say yet. I guess yet kind of implies that it will happen in the future. I shouldn't say that. I'm not trans. It might happen. And if I become trans, I will not change my name to that, if you're wondering. I will not... If I ever become trans, that will not be my name. I will not change my name to that. Cresselia. It's not gonna happen. I will just be fucking like, I don't know. I'll change my name to like Trista. I'm not gonna do that. Dude, I just imagined somebody on their fucking phone number having to change my contact name to fucking Trista. Just somebody who has my fucking number just has to change my fucking name to Trista. Dude, oh my god. I'm losing my mind. Dude, oh man. Being trans has never been funnier. And I'll say it. That shit is freaking hilarious. Oh, brother. Oh, speaking of cool names, by the way. On the topic of cool names. I might actually steal this. Exactly. Just change it to something completely differently. That's based. No, we have one of my new co-workers. I'm not gonna say explicitly who or what they do or anything. One of my new co-workers is named Ember. And that shit is kind of sick. I heard it. I'm like, yo, that's kind of sick. Ember, that's sick. She's really cool too. She's nice. I haven't really talked to her that much, but that's because like we just work totally different places. So we haven't really had much of a reason to interact yet. But yeah, it's a really sick name. I'm like, oh shit. I still think Blaze is lame. I still think the name Blaze is lame, but somehow Ember works. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I know a person named Ember now, but it's like Ember works as a name, I think. So, Ember is very sick. So, I might use that in the future, but we'll see. I might drop in Ember. Ember, yeah, Blaze feels a little bit too on the nose. Ember is much more subtle. That's so true. There needs to be fine, and I think there needs to be laws in place to prevent parents from naming their children dumb shit. But I guess, like, if your parents are dumb enough to give you a dumb name, I guess they were just bad parents inherently. Like your parents aren't gonna name you some dumb shit and then become, like, goated parents. Like, that's just not gonna happen. If they named you something dumb, then you're already, you know, it's already Jover for you, bro. Just chalk it up, bro. Elon Musk. Well, Elon Musk is a bad parent. That's not like you don't need to look at his naming decisions to tell that Elon Musk is a bad parent. This isn't like a, oh shit. Elon Musk just made one terrible mistake. God, what a shame. Elon's Musk's kid. Oh yeah, Elon Musk's kid is trans and went on a popular leftist Twitch streamer's stream to diss him. And she's been doing that. I think it's a she. I'm not quite sure. I forget. I think it's a she. It could be a he. I think it's a she. And she's been fucking dissing him super fucking hard for like, yeah, on Hassan's stream. That shit was crazy to me. I have my own objections against the Hassan stream in general, but I have to admit that's really funny. I have to admit. It's a she? Okay, great. I'm glad. I'm not misgendering. No sexist allegations today. What the fuck was I supposed to say? That she's a she? That would be sexist. Thank God I know that she's a she. It was the only word I had, okay? They, maybe? That they're a she? Probably there. I don't know. I just used the it. Sue me. Fuck. I thought and to think that I could escape the sexist allegations for one day, bro. Hassan got to be nerfed? I don't think he does. I think guys who are like confrontational like that will always attract like the psychos. When you're super like confrontationally public like that, you're always just gonna like date psychopaths of women. Psychopath women, bro. He's nerfed by his personality. He's actually super hard nerfed by his personality. Yeah, he's also Twitching. That's objectively a lame thing to be. I think Hassan, he's not balanced perfectly, but at least there's something to prevent him from being like this fucking perfect. He's not that funny. People pretend he's funny because he's hot and gets viewers. So people pretend like he's funny. No. I will say there are like you will see examples of like women hanging out longer with him just because they find him so attractive, and I'm like, bro, this guy's talking about the way that he's not hot. No, he's traditionally attractive. What the fuck are you talking about? He's very traditionally attractive. What are you talking about? He's not hot. That is like the one friend that's too woke take on Hassan. He's so not hot. This is the one friend that's too woke take. You're just trying to be different. You're not special. Hassan is hot. He's very traditionally attractive. It's not like a super hot take. You are hotter than him? Yeah, exactly. So this is why you've suddenly lost credibility in this field. Because I think you can have your own preferences on people, but you need to be able to accept reality. That the majority of people find a certain archetype of people traditionally attractive. This is a traditionally attractive person for most individuals. Okay? Just because you like them with like a lot of tattoos and fucking a piercing through their fucking nose like a cow doesn't mean that it's like, oh my god, this guy is now fucking terribly ugly, okay? How about you link me a guy that you find attractive? I care because it's important to understand and to study the reality of the world. What picture are you looking at that you think he doesn't look good in? What the fuck picture are you looking at, dude? No offense. Oh, no. Okay. I'm gonna judge you super hard, by the way. I'm gonna judge you super hard. Oh, white twink. White people are too powerful. White people are too powerful. Oh, yep, he's got piercings. I knew it. Ha ha! This guy, bro? He's fine. He looks like Dream. He looks like he kind of gives Dream vibes, you know? He kind of gives Dream vibes. He does. Hold on, I gotta look up Dream. He does. Oh my god, they have the same haircut and everything. He. You like Dream, bro? Yeah. You should have never said anything. You should have never said anything, Amelia. You fucked up massively. Oh, you made a mistake. I have something on you. Oh my god, I fucking won today. I feel like I just got gifted a fucking best Christmas present of my life. Oh my god, I have something on you. Amelia, this is great. This guy, dude? Fucking, you like fucking Dream's younger brother? You're into Dream's younger brother? That's crazy. Oh man, this is great. Do you like him blonde or with brown hair? That's the real question. Do you like the Noah guy with the brown hair or the blonde hair? You got a preference? Brown hair probably? I agree. I think the blonde hair is a little bit on the nose. I think if you have like the fluffy curly hair, you just got to keep it brown. You just got to keep it dark. Yeah, yeah, and also Hassan mega diffs this guy. Objectively. Sounds like a cope for you liking Dream. But okay. Whatever fucking floats your boat, I guess. Educate. Oh, I did educate myself. I just educated myself. You can't use that. I just educated. I'm very educated. I might be the most educated I've ever been. Oh boy, bro. I wonder what Rose thinks about this. I wonder if I can get Rose on my side. Oh my god. I wonder if I can get Rose on my side about this. Yeah. I wonder if I could drive a rift between my two chatters. I'm actually a villain right now. I am a villain. I'm the bad guy right now. God, it feels so good to be bad. Sorry. That's a crazy sentence to say. I was just listening to a Rihanna song. A song which I remembered, and I'm like, oh, this is I remembered the song, and I'm like, oh, this is a really good song. I want to listen to it again. And it turned out to be about S&M. It's like literally the name of the song. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I thought this shit was sick as a kid. This is about fucking dirty shit. The lyrics are kind of fire, though. Celibate? Cellbit. Not celibate. Cellbit. Let's see. Let's check out this Cellbit guy. Oh, sorry. Dude, I saw fucking... I looked up... the first picture I saw was fucking Tubbo, and I thought you were talking about Tubbo, and that was about to be the funniest shit of all time. No. This guy looks like a YouTuber. He's fine. He's definitely not my type, though. He's a... If I had to... In guys, he is not my type. He's not for me. I can see it, but it's not, like... To compare this to, like, Hassan is just... Oh, man. It's just not even close. Not even close, bro. I mean, you can personally think that, but I think objectively, if we're talking from objective standards, Hassan mega diffs. He's definitely not my type. Yeah, I can have a fucking guys who I think are more or less attractive. Oh, my apologies. I just think certain guys are cuter than other guys. My fucking fault. It's not like I'm gonna fuck them or anything. What, you threaten me with a good time or something? Stupid. Dexter Morgan? I've never heard of these people. Decided it's society. It's society at large. That is what is objective. Objective is what society at large generally finds more attractive. If like 60% of the population are a certain way, then that thing is probably like objectively true. Fuck society, too bad. We live in a society. Get used to it. This guy? I can see it. Some of these pictures are not the best. He's got a stupid smile. He needs to show some teeth when he smiles, I think. I think he needs to show some teeth when he smiles, because this fucking grimace that he's putting on is not it. He needs to put on a fucking smile a little bit more. You look better. Quackity? Quackity's fine. He's funny, so that kind of like brings him up a couple of points. Or at least he was funny back in the day. I don't know what he's doing now, but he was funny, so that definitely brings him up. He's a serial. He does give serial. I wanted to say he did give serial killer vibes in a lot of the pictures. Bro needs to smile a little bit more. He'd look better. I wonder if there's like, I think that honestly the thing with me is that like when I like the guys that I find attractive are probably just like the people who are traditionally attractive. Honestly, I don't think I have anything like crazy that I like about guys. It's just like generally like the societal standard of what is attractive is generally what works for me, you know? I think Hassan is a baddie. You know? Because you're boring? Okay. I'm not the fucking one who likes Dream, okay? So I don't want to talk about who's boring or who's not boring, okay? I'd rather be boring. I'd rather be boring. Not that guy. Yeah, you're not going to escape this, okay? You're actually not going to win this war, Amelia. You're going to have to learn what it's like to be me. You have to live in my shoes now. You have to live in my shoes now, Amelia. You have to fucking live in my fucking shoes for a second. You're going to learn empathy. You're going to learn empathy for the first time in your fucking life. You are going to have to learn. I win. I am the winner. I am the winner. I am the winner. Danny DeVito is not that hot. And all these fucking polls that say Danny DeVito is like top 10 attractive men are fucking lying. Danny DeVito is not hot. He's not. Fuck, this is so fucked up. It's not. The joke is that you like somebody who looks slightly adjacent to Dream. That's what's funny. That's the joke. I'm not telling you who you find attractive. I'm saying it's funny that you think somebody is attractive who has resemblances to Dream. Because he does. I'm not saying that they are the same, because they're not, but the joke is that is funny, and it means that I can pretend that you like Dream. And that makes me it all comes back. You know what? We've come full circle. We've come full circle. You were trying to tell... You know, I've tried to tell women the whole time to find me attractive, and that shit hasn't worked yet, so, you know. I guess that this is my first successful attempt, I guess. I guess, you know, finally we're on the right track. You are attractive, though. Tell that to anybody. It doesn't matter if I'm attractive, okay? It matters with other people that are real, not like names on a Twitch chat. Unfortunately, you're not a real person, so I can't, you know, it's hard to take, like, I need real life people to find me attractive. Look, I will say, like I said, I do have some advantages, okay? As a white guy, there's some level of advantage I have. Okay? Like I said, being white is just an advantage, bro. Quirky? I know, that's the goal. I need to like use the quirk to my advantage, but damn, it's fucking hard. Because I want to be, sometimes I want to be too quirky, and it's like, I'm quirky in a weird way, because I'm not like all the way quirky. I'm like half quirky, dude. That's the problem, is that I'm halfway quirky. I have some quirky shit about me, but then I have some other shit that's just like, I'm just a normal guy, and I do my taxes on time, and I'm pretty organized, and I'm good at managing my assets and all that stuff, and it's like, I'm not all the way quirky. And I'm pretty boring sometimes, and I just like, I don't know, I talk about sports, I like, you know, oh, what's the local basketball team up to? And so I can't, like, I feel like I can't use, like, quirk. I feel like I try to, like, be, like, I try to be normal, or I try to be quirky, and either way, I try to lean into it, and it doesn't work. And then whenever I'm myself, I'm just not enough of anything. I'm just a very middle-of-the-road guy in terms of everything. I got my hand in every cookie jar, and it means that I'm not eating any cookies. Great reference. Oh, damn, kind of a fire analogy, actually. Sheepo 3 kind of cooking. It's... I got my hand in every cookie jar, but I'm not eating. Just say you're into Legos and playing guitar, but I don't. I'm not really that into Legos because they're too expensive to be into. And I don't play guitar. I will never be the fucking guy that plays guitar just to pull girls. That will never be me in my fucking life. God, if that ever becomes me, I need somebody to, like, slap the piss out of me or something. If that's really, like, that, what a fucking pathetic excuse for a fucking hobby, bro. Just because of fucking ooga booga I want pussy? You're so lame, dude. Get a job. Yeah, their art is performative. Yes! Yes! Performative! It's performative! You are performative! It's okay to be performative every once in a while. I am performative. Look at me. Look at this stream. I am performative. But that doesn't mean that the actual art that I create is performative intentionally. There's real artistic merit and drive and desire to make something cool behind it. Okay? If this was entirely performative, I'd still be playing Minecraft Bed Wars, and Emilia would never be watching this stream, ever. But I didn't. Because I'm not all the way performative, because I do have some genuine care to this shit. I do genuinely care about this shit. So there's levels. Guitar attractive? Well, it's music, right? It's like being musically inclined, I think, is like an attractive trait. It's not like the guitar itself. It's just like being able to listen to music and, like, I don't know, playing, like, music is just cool. I think it's an attractive thing to just play music. Music is just a cool thing that most people like, so. Yeah. It's not like a really, like, it's not a shocker, you know? Play something beautiful. And, like, nobody hates, like, a pretty song, right? Those old dudes that shred guitars, I don't really care. I think they're fine. I just don't really like the rock or the metal music that much, so I don't really care one way or another, you know? Just like, exactly. It's like, yeah. Some dude is like, I wrote a song for you because you're just so beautiful. Oh. And I'm like, okay. That's pretty cool. People doing stuff for you is cool. That's why the streamer shit has been cool. Because people do shit specifically for me. I've had people do stuff specifically like, hey, Sheep, I made this for you. That's cool. That's a cool feeling. Like, I'm special. It's cool to be special every once in a while, I think. How do I feel about that? Well, I'm sure there's different feelings, but I think it's just the nature, like, everybody wants to be special. So when somebody does something specifically for you, that's designed for you, you feel special, and everybody wants to feel special. How long is this fuck-ass map, bro? Sheep fan art? I've had a couple. Yeah. Speak of the devil. The one surviving piece of sheep fan art. There's actually another one. But that was in JJK server of all places. And it wasn't really of my face. No! 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 Tell me I can get back on the map somehow, please. No. I can. Oh, it's a little bit of it's scuffed. But we might actually be able to. No! I want to finish the. How long is this fuck ass map, bro? No! It's over. It's cooked. I can't get back up. Fuck. I hate this map, bro. I'm never gonna complete this map. This fucking map, dude. I hate it. I sure did make me chop. That's true. Oh, by the way, I'm not gonna go get pizza from the pizza place today. I was going to, but I've made an executive decision to not. Because if I need to get my tire repaired, and I'm gonna buy edibles tomorrow, I think it's just best if I just, if I don't do it. Oh, pizza. But I will have weed, so there's a trade-off. I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous about going into the fucking I'm kind of nervous about going into the dispensary because I've never done it before. I'm worried I'm gonna stand out like a sore thumb, like some like fucking shy white kid just wandering around the dispensary. I don't look that old, okay? So I don't know if it's gonna look good for me. This isn't a good look. What is Pancakes Dino? What's going on with you, my guy? What's going on with you? You're bright green. You're bright green. What's happening? Talk to me. And you're just fucking moaning in my chat. What's going on, bro? I had my first day at work. Oh, Pog! Good job, doggo. Did it go well? Did you politely say hi and introduce yourself and shake the hands of your coworkers? Because that's what you do, because you're a businessman now. You're working now. You're a working man. You go up and you say, hello, my name's Doggo. Or you don't say it like that, but yeah, I think so, yeah. I don't know, just be normal and you'll be fine. If your normal is normal, just be normal and you'll be fine. It's not moaning. What is it? You're just typing words in my chat. I'm just incapable of humming. Why are you trying to hum in Twitch chat? You understand that it's hard to like inject a lot of like feeling into like just random words. So you have to like be more like expressive in verbal form. iPhone auto-capitalizing the first letter. That's some real shit. Humaning, exactly. Written communication is difficult, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit more complicated than in person. Just left in the deep end. Doing the till on my own. Hey, man. First day, you're doing the till on your own. You'll lock in. You'll learn really quick like that. You'll make a couple mistakes. Best thing I can tell you is that you just got to brush off mistakes. It'll happen. You just got to keep it pushing. And if your workplace is good and if your job is good, they will also brush it off. Like, small mistakes are not going to hurt anybody. I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes doing my job. And people are like, yeah, and they still think I'm one of the best. Or I still know I'm one of the best. And they still treat me like I'm a very reliable worker, even though I make mistakes. I'm really good. Human communication is easy as long as it's via typing. I think that you're just scared of people. Scared of people? That is a lie. I think. That's genuinely one of my qualities. You say as you just expressed your preference for typing as opposed to actual face-to-face communication. One of these things is not like the other. I'm a human, yes. But are you like chill though? Like being a human is one thing, but are you like a chill? Are you like a whole ass vibe? That's the real question. Are you a whole ass vibe? I guess that's hard. I guess that's a really complicated. Are you a whole ass vibe? I don't know. If you were a whole ass vibe, would you be able to tell that about yourself? Would you know that you were a whole ass vibe, even if you were a whole ass vibe? For face to face, I can't human that. I think preferring face to face is super based, and it makes you just kind of a better communicator in general. Communication is very important. One of the most important skills you'll ever learn. Because this whole world is based on human communication, okay? Doesn't matter how good you do your job. If you can't talk about how good you're doing it, then you don't do it good. That's a fact. Write that down in your fucking sheep quote book. Okay? You have to lock in. This world is built on nepotism and favoritism because we are humans and we are biased. So lock in. It doesn't matter how good you do your job, it matters how nice you are while you do it. Nepotism, yup. Big red arrow above my head pointing directly at my face. Well, you know, not a big red arrow. It's kind of a smaller red arrow. It's still got a glow effect. I'm not afraid of women. I say that as a joke because it is funny to say because it is such like a meme. But I am not afraid of women. I think I think it's the more like romantic aspect of, you know, trying to find a relationship with somebody that is more terrifying. Because there's so much more that can go wrong. Because you're being way more vulnerable about who you are. And sometimes who you are is, like, sometimes you do dumb shit that makes people uncomfortable and you don't want that to happen. When you do, like, stuff like that, you're way more prone to make, like, more costly errors that will, you know, cost, you know, relationships with people. That's just the price of being vulnerable. Are people afraid of me? People are not, it's not being afraid, it's just like, it's you being afraid of making people afraid. In reality, most people are not like fragile little snowflakes. People can fucking handle some shit. But we, in our minds, we don't want to make them have to handle that shit, right? In my mind, you, like, you are so, like, you can say so much shit to me, and I won't, like, I won't think about it the next day, right? I just have that ability of, like, being able to just tank it. But I don't know, and I can't assume that everybody else can just tank shit like me. Even though even though a lot of people can, I don't like to make that assumption. Because if I make that assumption wrong, then I'm just fucking with somebody's day for no fucking reason. And, like, why should I do that? At least this stream is nice because I can be very much like a very raw, unfiltered version of somebody. And if you don't like it, or if you're ever uncomfortable, you can just click off the stream. You don't have to stay, right? When you're in a face-to-face interaction, like, you're kind of a lot more locked into the interaction. You can't just fucking leave. You can't just up and go. I'm autism. Jonathan Autism has entered the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Sheep's autism. I'm not. I might be a little bit different, but I'm not autistic, and I will not take credit for being autistic because I do not have enough negative shit that comes along. The claim does not hold water because because most of my failings are coming directly from my inability to fucking step up. Okay? My abilities cannot be directed back to some neurological disorder or anything like that. Not saying that autism is, but no. I am a failure because I failed to lock in. That is why I'm a failure. And don't get it twisted. It is my fault. Okay? I am not autism. Reverse cope. It is your fault. It is! Mine can. Well, good. I'm proud of you. But I don't have the cope that you do, okay? I can't cope like you. I have to pretend like I can cope like you do. We all have cope, just different levels. It's not a special interest. Nothing I'm doing, nothing I've ever done can qualify as a special interest. This is bullshit. Why do you have to add the fucking broken heart emoji after that? Rose was right? What? Does it suck that Rose is correct about something? Or does it suck that he was right about the thing that he was right about? What is bad about this? Why do you need to add the rose dropping emote? Damn it, I'm sexist again. Fuck! It's all over. Never mind. Kill me. Where's Jonathan Gunn? Yeah, it's a she. It. Again. Double sexism. And transphobia. Bro, if I'm being honest, if I can be vulnerable. Sometimes when you've known like somebody for a very long time and then they become trans, you like it's just, man, sometimes the pronouns are so fucking hard, bro. I knew my sister as a she for fucking like 15 years of my life. And then she came out as trans, and now I gotta call him a he because he is. And it's like sometimes like I will fuck it up. And like that sucks. I don't like doing it, but it happens. So I've learned to just take more time when I speak about my brother. Just like pause. Am I using the correct pronouns? Okay, now we proceed. All right? They? Yeah, I know, but it's like they is like they is good, but they is like there's just some problems with they because like they can also refer to multiple. And also I just haven't like defaulted to they yet. Because the woke mind virus hasn't gotten me that much, so I'm still out here using he, she. I should start using they. They should be the fucking default, but the woke mind virus doesn't have me yet. The woke mind virus is objectively a hilarious thing to call pronouns. And I think I should be able to say that. I will infect you with the woke grind virus. That's, oh shit. That might be the most base thing Rears has ever said. The woke grind virus? Bro, wake up and clutch up. If you don't got a fucking 96 Lamborghini, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Broke pussy? Something, something, get your money up. Something, something, something. No spamming, boy? I mean, what am I supposed to do? Ban him? Look at all my beautiful, precious emotes. Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they beautiful? Look at my emotes. Say they're pretty. I like potatoes. I bought potatoes today. I'm having potatoes this week. I have potatoes. I have 4 potatoes in my refrigerator. I have potatoes. They're great. Eat them with the skins on. They're russets. I think if you don't eat potatoes with the skins on, what the fuck are you doing? Are you eating mashed potatoes? Oh, what are you, rich? You mash your fucking potatoes, you rich asshole? Eat them with the goddamn skins on. They taste good. It's potatoes, okay, this is actually a crazy combination. It's fucking potatoes, broccoli, tofu as the big 3. Potatoes, broccoli, tofu, dude. It's a crazy little combo of things. This is a sad big 3. It's not. Perfectly healthy. And I also have all the good stuff. I have my cereal and my yogurt and my applesauce. I love my yogurt and applesauce. I love yogurt and applesauce. Great. And then for breakfast, same old. Breakfast is going to be kind of mid this week because the baked oatmeal is the worst of the big 3 baked oatmeals. I have big 3 baked oatmeals. And right now it's the worst one of the week. It's the craisin and orange, which is still good. But in all the big 3, it's the most mid, and that kind of sucks. Like I said, the big 3 baked oatmeals. I also have like a whole bunch of like whey. I have a bunch of not whey, but casein protein powder that I want to like bake stuff with. I want to bake more protein shit. I want to bake like protein pumpkin bread or something. Because I have a bunch of casein protein. And that's really good. Like casein protein is what you want to bake with, because whey protein is like putting sawdust in your food. I like eating like good food. I'm like, this is not like Sheep03 being like it's just like, it's very easy for me to stay on a diet and be consistent about it if my food is kind of boring. And that's just kind of the truth about it. It's so much easier for me to stay on a diet if I'm just eating kind of boring. This isn't like, oh, this right here is Sheep's perfect week of eating. Every day is potatoes, broccoli, and tofu. That's the Sheep perfect meal. Perfect meal week. Like, no, it's not like that. It's just, it's better, it's easier to stay on a diet, on a schedule, and it makes me healthier. And I think that's something that, you know, I should be looking for. I want to be fitter and healthier and smarter and better and stronger. And all this stuff. I've been in the best shape I've been consistently in for like a while. I've been consistently in great shape for a while, and that feels good. It feels good to be this consistently in great shape. And there's no like end in sight. It felt like in college I'd be in and out of like, working out and be going to the gym and being consistent about that. It's not like that anymore. I am consistently in good shape. And that feels good. I still thank you for the follow. That my own notification scared the fuck out of me. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I still don't salt my pasta, and it still tastes kind of rubbery and boring. This is like a very much like, this is another thing I got from my mom. It is literally just like, oh, ooga booga, I'm gonna reduce the amount of sodium in my diet. Which is probably a thing we should all be doing to some extent. It's just a very easy place for me to avoid sodium. And even if my noodles kind of taste like shit, like whatever. The noodles aren't the star of the show. I'm not eating noodles to be like, oh my god, these are the greatest noodles ever. The noodles are just part of the package. My entire meals this week were very bland. I thought they were going to be more fire than they were, but as it turns out, combining chicken and tomato was just not a good idea. Combining baked chicken and tomato sauce, it's not a good idea. Bad idea. If I did it better, it probably would have worked, but I did not do it good, so. It's like unfortunate. Where the fuck did my cart go? Are we dead ass? Well, I think like there's recipes that are like, you can do it smarter. You can do it smarter than I did, but I did not do it smart, so. Stop fulfilling this. What stereotype? Wait, what? I seasoned my food, by the way. It's not the seasoning that was the fucking problem. Nelly is he still? No, we have to use his new name. I feel like we're dead naming Nelly. Doesn't his new channel have a new name? It's not Nelly anymore. Lava chicken. Oh, Steve's lava chicken. Yeah, it's coming in hot or whatever. Oh, Mamacita. I'm watching Matt tier. Exactly. We're watching Matt now. Okay. I'm banning dead naming Nelly. It's Matt. Shut up, you bum. Minor spelling error. Point invalidated. It's tasty as hell. It did look tasty as hell in the movie. I'll say that. That lava chicken looked good. Big shouts. I've been eating a little bit too much meat, so I have to detox on tofu, and then maybe next week I'll just do like straight beans Oh, I could probably do like, I could do like beans and rice. Like I could do like a beans and rice thing where like I do like a bean thing where like I make the beans and I mix them with like fucking sausage or something to give it some texture or something. We could just do that. Straight beans is not devious. Straight beans is not devious. Straight beans is great food if you're super duper poor. I'm not super duper poor, so I can fucking vibe, but like beans and rice is like, that's very classic. What the fuck are you talking? Have you never had good beans and rice, MJ? You bum. Have you never had beans and rice, you bum? No, I'm not super duper poor. There's levels to this shit. Yeah, exactly. Straight bean. That, like, come on. What the fuck are you talking about? Straight beans, bro. That's like. I've had beans. Thanks, Pancake. Thanks for contributing to the conversation. I appreciate that, man. I've had beans. It's so true. I've also had beans, dude. That's crazy. Mix your beans and rice? I don't know. Shit. Maybe some broccoli. No, I need to get off. I wanted to do Brussels. Dude, I saw some Brussels sprouts in the grocery store. I'm like, I was gonna buy them, but I had already had the broccoli in my cart, and so I didn't buy the Brussels sprouts. I'm like, fuck, I should have bought the Brussels sprouts. They look good. I haven't had Brussels sprouts in a while, bro. I need Brussels sprouts in my life. Brussels are kind of fucking. They make my loins loin. When it's asparagus, it has been. I was also thinking the same thing about asparagus. Asparagus is kind of iffy though, because the asparagus kind of looked bad this week, and I'm like, whenever you're shopping for fresh produce and grocery outlet, you need to make executive decisions. Because if you make a poor decision, then you are going to get some nasty ass beans like I did that one time where I got green beans and they were nasty as fuck and I needed to go to Safeway to buy new ones. And I had to waste a bunch of money on some nasty ass fucking green beans, bro. That did happen. And it's like, it's a lesson. Like, you need to lock in. Can you make carne asada? I probably can't. I probably don't have the skills to make a good carne asada. If you gave me a recipe, I probably could lock in, but I don't have all the ingredients in my house to make a carne asada. Can you make chorizo? I don't know. I don't know what to do with chorizo. I think I might have just had the wrong chorizo brand. I think I just have some cheap ass. I was just buying some cheap ass chorizo. Cause when I cooked it down, bro, it was just all oil. It was all oil, and I'm like, I don't know. That can't be right. It was just straight fucking oil, dude. And I'm like, this cannot be right. No, if that's right, dude, it's so oily, bro. How long do you have to cook the oil for? Because I don't even know. Like, I see the little meat bits. Like, how long do I need to cook it for? How do I tell when it's ready? How do I know when the chorizo is ready? Because it's not like I imagine chorizo like a sausage, right? When it tastes good, fuck, I don't know, bro. I can't taste it. It's fucking hot oil, bro. You think I want to put that shit on my mouth? I die. That's not because it's spicy. That's because it's a legitimately hot oil. This isn't exactly like a taste as you go type situation, bro. I eat straight oil. I'm perfectly aware, Pancake Dino, but that's a whole other problem that you should probably talk to your therapist about. I'm not putting any oil in. I just put the chorizo in. It's just chorizo. And it pisses out oil, dude. The chorizo just pisses out this red oil, bro. And I'm like, I can't eat that. I can't taste that. I don't know what it is when it's done. I might die, bro. I might burn my tongue to a crisp. If I burned my tongue to a crisp, I won't be able to talk anymore. My streams will be boring, and I'll have to stop streaming. Because I'll only be able to communicate in sign language, and that would suck on stream. Communicating in sign language is not good stream content, dude. Imagine having to lift my hands off the keyboard every time I wanted to make a snarky remark. It's not a piece. Dude, I think that I think I have bad chorizo. I think I actually have bad chorizo because the meat bits that I'm getting are not like fully meat. They're like these tiny little specks of meat, and it's in a sea of oil. I need to find the exact brand that I'm getting, because I think I'm just getting bad chorizo. I think I'm getting dog shit chorizo. I'm gonna look it up. After this run, I will look up the brand of chorizo that I get. If I ever get chorizo. I need advice from the goddamn Hispanic High Council of things. Help, my chorizo is looking like dog water. What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? But chorizo is kind of like oily, and pork isn't the most like... Of all the meats that you can have, pork is like the least nutritious, so I try to eat less pork in general. It's not as good of a meat as other meats are, so I try to eat other meats. Chicken and beef. Makes me beef every day. Am I cooked? You're not cooked. I just think that you should be eating... I think everybody should eat less meat, unfortunately. That's just, like, all the science points to it that, like, we should all be eating less meat. And that's an unfortunate reality of the situation. I can save $16 off a ham. It's this brand called El Mexicano. El Mexicano pork chorizo. I'm gonna pull it up on stream. This is the chorizo I get. I don't know if you've ever seen this shit before. But if I can tell you from experience, this package is super thick plastic because when you open it, the meat is like, it doesn't stay together. It's not like a sausage. It's like a fucking... It's like a paste. It's like a meat paste, and when you put it in the pan, it becomes oil. I promise you. Okay, can I get a... What do you think about Don Juan chorizo? Have you guys seen Don Juan chorizo? I'm sorry. I'm trying to... Look, I want to get good chorizo. I could do chorizo and beans. Sorry, what's the brand of chorizo I need to get again? I'm gonna look it up on... I might have to buy chorizo from the fucking Safeway. It's spicy sausage. Where do you get... I get it from the grocery outlet, my guy. Boar's Head? I don't trust Boar's Head. Sylvia Sausage Chorizo Hot Link. Hormel Sliced Chorizo Pillow Pack? They make pepperoni chorizo? That can't be right. I don't like going to the Mexican stores! And also there's not one near me. But I don't like going. Because they all look at me. They all look at me, dude. They look at me. Oh, look at the white boy. Look at the white boy. I don't like it. Go to the butchers, but the butchers are expensive and I'm poor, so I can't like fucking ball out. just look, they think. Dude, no. The last time I went to a Mexican grocery store, there was a group of like 5 fucking Hispanic guys just standing outside next to the watermelons, and they just looked at me as I walked in. Me and my fucking backpack, they just looked at me. And I remember feeling like, why am I being stared at by these young Mexican fellows? They will judge me. I'm trying my best. Look, at least I'm not trying to like fucking speak Spanish, all right? I don't say gracias when I'm checking out, okay? I'm better than that. No. I will make that video. The finally content. We've discovered it. I just need to become fluent in Spanish. You want half a pound? Half a pound of chorizo? That's a lot of chorizo. I don't know if that's a lot of chorizo. I had to stop myself because I was about to accidentally buy 6 pounds of fruit for the week. And I'm like, I think 6 pounds of fruit is a lot. I made a decision. I'm like, you know what? 6 pounds is, I think, a bit much in terms of fruit. So I said no. But I really like fruit, so I would absolutely eat 6 pounds of fruit in a week without blinking. And I'd be like, damn, I could go for another piece. Easily, I could do that. I need a... If it's good fruit, and it's been good fruit recently, I mean, it's summer season, fruit is gonna start getting like good. Oh, dude, all the trees in my local, and like all the free fruit trees are starting to get good. The cherry plums are gonna get ripe. It's gonna be orange season, not yet, but towards the back half. And dude, I found a loquat tree in a public fucking property, a loquat tree. I'm like, oh, loquat tree for free? We ballin'. I was so excited. Loquat, it's like a little yellow fruit. Look up a loquat. It's like a little yellow fruit. It tastes okay. It's not anything to write home about, but it is free. And open. And they get ripe around the time that the cherry plums get ripe. Our neighbor had a loquat tree that kind of went into our yard a little bit, so I picked loquats one time and I made a loquat tart. I made a fruit tart with loquats, and it was pretty good. I wonder if I can juice them. Do you still keep up to date with YouTube drama? I don't know, sometimes. Just depends on the YouTuber drama, I guess. Nothing is really, like, interesting in terms of the YouTube drama you've seen. Do you have anything? Something I should have an opinion about? Because I do like drama, so I'm always here to have an opinion, doggo. If you need me to spit some facts about some shit, like, we can cook. I have one thing? Alright. Let's hear it out. Ladies and doggo, it's drama time with doggo! Ding 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 ding. Ba-ba-bow, ba-ba-bow. Play the theme song or whatever. I assume you mean Skeppy? Skeppy lay Minecraft YouTuber? No. Okay, hold on. Let me... Sheppy. I don't know him, but no. Please continue to explain, though. I'm here. I see Sheepy. But not Sheppy. What is this? No, not this. That's crazy. I think I know why I can't find him on YouTube. Suddenly I see this guy called Sheppy, and he looks like a very generic travel YouTuber. That's all I can see. This guy called Sheppy, who... The perfect 24-hour NINH BINH itinerary. Yeah, this guy makes very boring, generic videos, so... Shappy? Is it Shappy? Uh-oh, what is this? Video unavailable? Oh no. He's a shorts creator. Hey everyone. Hey everyone.
Help! Help! I'm gonna fall!
Take my hand.
Just kidding. I wasn't actually in any danger. See, sometimes the things we're most afraid of aren't very scary at all. This can... Help! Help! I'm gonna...
Yeah, this is AI generated. This is AI generated. I don't believe this is an actual animation.
Hi everyone. I know see.
Okay, so he makes like... So he makes some animations and he makes some weird shit. Is this like a writer's barely disguised fetish thing? I sent a video of a YouTuber discussing it. Okay, let me check it out. This seems like the the creator's barely disguised fetish type shit. Pause the music. No more. Okay, wow! Jesus Christ! Wow, okay, yeah, wow, epic, amazing. Alright, I don't want to watch anymore. I'm okay, boss. I'm okay. I no longer want to watch. I am so fine. Wow, dude, that's crazy. That is fucking crazy. Why? Oh, wow, that is so fun. I don't know if I want to show that on stream. I watched literally 30 seconds into this video, and it was the most freaky fucking shit I've ever fucking seen. This is kids? This is for the 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 kids? Yeah, wow, Christ, bro. Alright, everything he did, he was wrong. He is bad. Everything that they're saying about him is objectively true, and I believe every allegation against him. If there are any allegations. Jesus Christ. My God. It looks so innocent. Okay. Yeah, alright. Doggo, I don't know what the drama is, but I think I have an idea. I don't know the specifics, but everything that this fucking YouTuber is accused of, they are wrong. This is just people ripping off Bluey. That's all it is. This is built off Bluey. Dogs? That's Bluey, dude. Oh my god, that's even more gross now, because Bluey is so sick. Bluey is so sick and based. And what is he? He's fucking making a fucking mockery of it. Dude, we watched an entire Bluey episode together, and it was like the sickest shit. I'm like, damn, Bluey's nasty. Not nasty as in like nasty, but like nasty is like cool. Bluey was really good. And now we have people who are gonna use that aesthetic to shit money out of, to grab money out of children, steal money from children. And that fucking sucks. That will always suck. This, like, using the popular thing at the time to just make money. Not people. There are so many people in this world that don't care about fucking art. And that pisses me off, dude. It's not the kid's fault for watching random, like, slop. You're a kid, you're gonna watch slop. I put more blame on the people who make the slop. Because you are the ones who are fucking pathetic, sad individuals who only care about fucking monetary value in game. There's no beauty in what you make. Your entire cartoon is ripping off somebody else's thing. And not in a good way. And using it, not only doing it, but doing it in such a horrible way. Not even ripping off somebody's the bad part. I don't even care if you rip somebody off. Go crazy. The horrible part is using that to fucking fuck with kids. That's even more disgusting. If you want to make bad art, I don't care. Go crazy. Don't use your bad art as a way to fucking ruin others. God. He gets banned, yeah. But he won't. Because, you know, he's not explicitly breaking any terms of service. I'm sure I'll be able to get around it. And again, people, the more you live, the more you, like, get so frustrated that if everybody was just a little bit nicer, this whole world would be so much better. It'd be so much easier if everybody was just a little bit fucking nicer. We wouldn't have to do all this shit. Too bad, boy. Shout out to Rihanna. Alright, what's the Jubilee video? Is it this fucking Skip Bayless? I don't want to watch it, but I'm kind of curious about it. Because Skip Bayless is so fucking stupid on sports. I don't want to watch him. I don't want to watch a video that isn't Skip Bayless getting fucking toasted alive for being bad at talking about sports. That's the only Skip Bayless content I want to see. I want to see him being wrong all the time. That's what I want. And I worry that if he's they're gonna bring in a bunch of people, I'm gonna be so mad at the people for being stupid and for arguing the points badly. Somebody's gonna say LeBron because he went to more finals. The fuck does that mean, bro? Context, my bro. LeBron is better than Jordan, but he's better in the context of the fucking. They were glazing Skip? No, don't glaze Skip. Glaze anybody else. He's not funny enough to be glazed. Like, I think Shannon Sharp gives some dumb sports takes sometimes, but at least he's funny. Same thing with, like, Shaq and Charles Barkley. Like they give brain dead, like, fucking NBA takes. Don't ever listen to Shaq or Charles Barkley's NBA takes, but they're funny enough, so, like, they're fine. They're just bitter old-timers who are mad that the game has passed them up. And that's fine, but at least they're funny, so who cares, right? I cannot take Skip I can't take Skip glazing. Take you agree with? Because he's based? I don't know. I don't know any of his takes. All I know is that sometimes he acts like a real fucking piece of shit. Same thing with Shaq. Because they're bitter. What was Shaq's take about Jokic? Like, oh my, Shaq just like dissing Jokic. Charles Barkley's the same way. They just, like I said, it's just they're mad that people are better than them at the game. They're mad that they're like going down all the time, right? Like, that's fine, but I get it. You're a competitive person, but you're also a dick. Why can't you just be content with being the giants that these players stand on? That's who you are, bro. Doesn't matter if you're on the all-time rankings list. Okay? Be like, you need to be able to be content in your own career with being the giant that people stepped on to be great. That's all this stuff is. It is giants standing on the shoulders of other giants. That's all sports is. And so we have to, like, a bunch of old people, you know, when people start making these like top 10 all-time lists, these old players are going to get left off of it. Why? Because context and the development of the game. Every single new player in the NBA, every single player in the NBA is better than every single player who played in like the 70s or 80s. They're just technically more proficient at the game of basketball. That's not saying that they're all-time better players or they're objectively better, because in their era, they're not as good comparatively. But again, we make these impossible comparative judgments. All you have to be content with as like an old player is like knowing that you were the people that inspired. The reason why our current generation of basketball is so good is because of the knowledge that you instilled. The things that you did. You are the reason why everybody is able to pass you up, right? Jokic might have more dominant seasons as an offensive player than a Shaq ever did. But our Jokic doesn't exist if Shaq doesn't exist. Shaq is still willing to diss his ass, call him trash. Fuck you. What are you talking about? Bitter old timers. Mad. But then Charles Barkley says send him to Cancun, and you know what? All's forgiven. Because that shit was hilarious. Do it again. Make me laugh, funny man. And I'll forgive your sins. Jordan be the GOAT? I don't know. What a crazy hypothetical. What an insane hypothetical. That's such a meaningless sentence. What do you mean if LeBron and Michael Jordan switch places? What? That doesn't mean anything. Yeah, Jordan would still be good in today's game because he's generationally talented, but he probably need a little bit of time to adapt to the modern game. His version of basketball was not the version of basketball we play today. That's why I think like comparing stuff like basic statistics probably just isn't a good thing to do if you're talking about GOAT conversations, like all-time conversations. Because if you're speaking all time, what you're trying to do is compare each player inside of their own eras. If you're just saying who is a better player, then like modern players always win. Every time. Because they're modern players, because they have all the knowledge that their previous ancestors didn't about the game, so they're just inherently better at the game. They just know more about it. That doesn't mean that they are like more talented or they're better in comparison. It just means that They just have more knowledge, right? That's why these all-time conversations are really hard, right? Do I actually finish the map? Sorry, I've never gotten this far. If I fell, I would have cried. Please let this map end. What is this? Why is it so skinny? Why is this part so skinny? What the fuck is this map's problem? Dude, just end the fucking map. Just say it's over! Oh my god, it doesn't end. We're about to hit 5 fucking minutes, and I'm still, I don't even know if I'm anywhere near the end. What is this? There's a slime block jump! What the fuck is this? Are we insane? What the fuck? Dude, what is this map? What is this map, bro? Okay, I'm losing it. This map is crazy. Hold on, what are the times? The best time is like 4:14. I was so close to the end then. This map is psycho. This map is psychotic. I need to do anything else. I've been ice boat racing for almost 2.5 hours. I'm going insane. Well, yeah, because Skip Bayless is a dumbass, but that doesn't mean that, you know. If you transported Michael Jordan into today and he stepped on the court the second after being teleported to today, he'd get fucking cooked. Of course you would. That doesn't mean that Michael Jordan is not insanely talented or insanely good at basketball. It just means that he hasn't had time to adapt to the modern systems and the modern way that we play the NBA. I think if you teleported Michael Jordan to today, he wouldn't be he'd be objectively less athletic, less great, because, you know, he doesn't have the modern technology and the modern science and the modern nutrition and all that stuff. It's a meaningless measure. Yeah, exactly. And then NBA scouts are better at picking players. So today's players are more talented, but there's also a lot of like you discount the effects of like better nutrition and better training and smarter science and smarter health. The sports players of today are so fucking mega healthy compared to the players even 20 years ago. So many advancements in like surgery and stuff has just made it so possible to be amazing, especially in the 90s. The 80s, 90s, bro, health was nowhere near where we are today. That's just the nature of the beast, bro. What am I supposed to do? I have half an hour I need to kill, and then WrestleMania starts in another half an hour after that. So, what's the plan, boys? Do I need to react to the Skip Bayless video? Oh, God. I don't know if I can do that. I don't want to watch the Skip Bayless video. What else has Jubilee posted? 25 men versus one secret woman. That's a lot of dudes. "25 women versus one secret man." When they have the names in the title, like they have that's crazy. Leftist versus liberal versus conservative versus MAGA, middle ground. The Dr. Mike versus 20 anti-vaxxers, that I watched a little bit of that video. I wanted to die, bro. I wanted to die. I lost the plot after that video. I could not do it. It was like, it's over. Oh, dude, Call of Duty League is happening. Oh, Jesus. The poor broke COD League. Sam Hyde? Isn't that the Nazi? Isn't that guy like a fucking, like, Nazi? I don't know a lot about this guy. All I've seen with him is he looks like an asshole. He dresses like an asshole. He makes videos that are titled like he's an asshole. The Sam Hyde Show, Moist Thinkers? What is this? Too late. I'm already too deep. You're gonna have to watch at least a little bit of it. Sorry, let me go. We're already in too deep, lads. We have to watch a little bit. Just to get the full experience. Who is this fucker? And why should I dislike him? Yeah, this is Sam Hyde. What the fuck is this? Why am I watching your acid trip, my guy? Sorry, you guys can't hear the volume. Hold on. The Sam Hyde Show. Who is this guy?
We have a big check coming in from Netanyahu. So we have to make this show.
Yeah. Two biggest Shabbos goys in all of
Damn, the audio bouncing is horrible.
Well, you're a Shabbos goy.
I'm a Shabbos goy.
I'm
Brazilian.
Well,
Brazilian.
couldn't do that.
I'm
Brazilian.
coded. I study them.
Well, I'm very philo-Semitic.
Well, at my bar mitzvah, I realized I was really cut out for this way of life.
What'd you have for breakfast today?
Brazilian.
Oh, okay. You know what I had?
What?
I had a bagel with lox and schmear.
The way you said, the look on your face when you said schmear. We just do it again? Say schmear.
I don't know about this. Okay, Sam, that is weird fucker. All right. Sam Cedar, is this politics? Sam Cedar. Iraq War Ghoul admits AOC deserves an apology. Trump's end times fascism. Jesus. I am kind of interested about the Killamar Abrego Garcia stuff, I will say. Aren't Houthis like terrorists? Sorry, aren't the Houthis fucking terrorists? Well, I guess.
Let's talk about Iran in the Middle East, and then we'll work our way down.
Is this
through
guy
into
just
the
like a
Middle East
this guy's
from
just a
Iran,
talking
and
head
then
now?
Maybe swing back up to Ukraine.
We'll do a
But
tour. All right.
it seems like Iran would be the most likely place that we would strike at this point. I mean, we've been striking Yemen for 2.
I don't. Yeah, this seems like some fucking talking head shit. I'm okay. 20 Trump supporters take on 1 progressive. Okay. He sucks. He sounds like it.
Like, what's the problem with xenophobic nationalism? Don't you think that's better for
What's the problem?
Majority Report. Today, I am surrounded by 20 conservatives.
All right. Let's see what he's built like.
My first claim is Trump's attack on DEI hides his real goal, which is to give corporations more power.
It's kind of true. That feels like that seems like a pretty chill claim. I don't know. That's like, I don't know. That's not very interesting. Give me some more. Give me something more unhinged. Give me some more crazy shit. hold on.
To raise the bar on journalism in a time of filter, happy to be or unbiased.
Fundamentalist or is
Unless you're a billionaire, religious fundamentalist, or xenophobic nationalist, voting for Trump was a mistake. Okay.
xenophobic nationalist, voting for Trump was a mistake.
Let's cook.
Okay, so let's tackle one aspect: religious fundamentalists. What benefit would religious fundamentalists get? And also, can you define what is a religious fundamentalist?
And maybe you could say more of like a Christian nationalist.
Okay.
In this instance. But
Wow, what a crazy redefinition. Religious fundamentalist becomes Christian nationalist? Holy shit. What a crazy redefinition of the fucking word. Oh wow, that's snaky as fuck. Jesus Christ, that's snaky. Okay, I guess. Why are we gonna just fuck around with terms like that? Religious fundamentalism is way different than fucking Christian nationalism.
like
Or maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I should look it up. But that seems like a wild redefinition. Religious fundamentalist. Religious fundamentalism includes a strict adherence to religious beliefs, often adhering to literal interpretations of sacred texts and resistance to modern interpretations or societal changes. I guess it's close, but I guess it's... I feel like that seems way too like Christian nationalist, because Christian nationalism wants the United States government to conform to Christianity. Like they need the entire government to be like there's no separation of church and state. That's kind of the thing. Christian fundamentalism is a reaction to theological modernism, which aimed to traditional fundamentalists affirm the core Christian beliefs thing. I think the fundamentalism are just people that are like really strict on religion stuff, though. It's like they're not, as long as they're not trying to fuck with the government, I don't super care. I don't know. It still seems a little snaky.
The attacks on trans folks, the attacks on a woman's right to choose, the idea that we're going to get stuff like an enhanced RFRA, which is going to mean that if you're a pharmacist and you don't want to provide birth control, you may not have to.
Don't you think you're assuming that
if you believe that public education, we should take that money and pour it into religious schools, you're gonna get a benefit out of a Trump administration.
Yeah, but don't you think you're assuming that the vast majority of Americans who are moderates?
Like, what do you think you're gonna get out of the Trump administration?
Economic relief. That was
what kind of economic relief? They're going to cut Social Security. You're going to have to pay for your parents. They're going to cut when they go after the agencies like they're going after.
Whoa, okay, can you stick on a topic, my guy? You are bouncing all over the place, bro.
Right? This is an outline
this guy
of
is
Project
not a great
2025. Russ Vought, who's going to be the OMB head.
This guy is not a great public speaker at all. Wow. He is not great with this debate stuff. He just doesn't sound very coherent right now, unfortunately. I think I know what he's trying to get across, which is that Trump has not been good for the economy, but you need to be able to tell it in a much more concise way. You need to be able to explain it way more concisely. This is bad. Yikes.
He was the OMB head the first time around. He wrote all the book on this stuff.
Okay, well, you bring up Project 2025.
When you cut,
you need to let him. Okay, you need to stop talking over him, because I understand that you're the guy who's speaking, but you've been speaking for 90%. This guy, you need to give this guy a chance to speak, because you look really bad right now.
When you cut agencies and go after them, and you fire all the inspector generals so that they're not being able to make sure that the agencies are working, Who do you think profits from that? It's corporations. They're going to go after agencies that make sure your food.
Can we let him talk, bro? What does he think? Shut up,
is
dude.
not full of botulism. That your
Botulism?
air is not.
Use regular
full of
people
mercury,
words.
That your water is not full of C8. This is what they're going to do. Agencies exist.
Bro, what do you mean this is what he's going to do? Hey, you have no proof of that. Yeah, it might happen, but you don't have proof of that. You need something more concrete. Just refer to the first Trump administration. Hey, Trump is not good on the economy. He's a psychopath. Jerome Powell is the only reason why the American economy is not in the dumpster. You have to be able to say what you want to believe in a way more coherent sense, and you can't use these kind of superlative, random things that might happen. It's not the way to do it.
Curb corporations from externalizing their costs and privatizing their profits. So it may be cheaper
Isn't
for
a dumpster?
company.
Oh, you have no idea what a dumpster is. If you think this is dumpster, you have no idea what a dumpster looks like. If we fire the head of the Fed, if we fire Jerome Powell, or Trump manages to get rid of Jerome Powell, you will see a dumpster fire. You think that market drop was bad? Holy shit. It's going to be literally Great Depression levels of shit. I'm not kidding. If the Fed ever gets taken over by the state, it is actually fucking cooked. What does Jerome Powell do? Jerome Powell is the head of the Fed. The Fed, or I think it's something. Basically, the Fed runs the economy. Basically, they set rates. Their most important task, or many tasks, is basically to determine how much money gets printed. Basically, how much money gets loaned out to banks or to the American people, and how much money is in the economy. They determine how much money is in the economy. Okay? And that's super important. And they do this by changing interest rates. They do this by changing, by giving out loans or paying back loans. Like the Fed is basically the controller of all of our economy. And it's super important that the Fed stays separate. They print money, yes. They are in charge of the printing of money. It should be done by a computer. I don't know if we're that smart yet. I think that the economy is not it's not a solved science, because it is still people. AI planned economy. I think that you are expecting all of the economy to always be completely rational, and if it was, then you would be correct. But the economy is still fundamentally based on people, which are fundamentally irrational. And sometimes they charge. Okay, I wish I had read up on this before you started asking me really complicated questions about the Fed and the economy and how it works, because I'm not like an economist, but I know a little bit. So basically, the way that money is generally is injected into the economy is by loans. And so what the American government will do is that they will give out loans, and usually these are bought by banks. And what the banks will do is that they'll buy loans, and they will get money in return. Am I explaining this correctly? I feel like I'm not explaining this correctly. Basically, they will take a loan out and they'll inject money into the economy, and that'll inflate. That's mostly why inflation happens. But the economy is so complex, dude. I do not have the necessary training or the necessary research to adequately explain how the economy works, because it's fucking really complicated. It's hard to simplify down the economy. And the reason the economy is really hard to do, which is why it needs to stay separate from something like politics, which is based off the whims of people. And people are stupid. And you can't let stupid people control something as complex as the economy, because there is nothing more important than the economy. There is no more important science in this entire world than of economics. Because if economics don't work, then nothing else works. And it is why we need to keep, like the reason why the Fed is controlled by a certain direct group of experts is because the economy is that important. Okay? You cannot have it democratically elected or anything. You can't have that, because people are not smart enough. They're just not. proper regulations. I think you are high and you don't know enough about. I don't think both of us have the necessary education to have this conversation, Ruzes, which is why I'm not going to have a debate with you on the specifics on how the economy works, because I am not educated enough to have a proper conversation with you. Okay? Shit is really complicated.
To dump their chemicals into a river.
But basically, what I do know is that the market and the investors in the market have faith in the Fed to stabilize the economy and to balance it and make sure it doesn't go into massive free fall. If Jerome Powell, who has been the head of the Fed for a very long time, and people trust him and people know that he's good at what he does, if he were to get fired or taken out somehow, the market would go into abject free fall because government bonds would no longer be safe. You wouldn't. Basically, the entire American economy hinges on trust in the government. If we trust our government to pay back their loans, then this economy works. This is why the national debt is such a big problem. Because right now we have so much national debt, and we have a debt to a lot of Americans, and Americans are trusting that the American government will eventually pay back that debt. If people lose trust that the American government can pay back their debts, then we go into a Great Depression. We go into a second Great Depression. That's what happens. Okay? If we lose faith in the government, everything goes downhill. We can lose faith in the banks. People lost faith in the banks back in 2009. The government had to bail them out. Okay?
Than it is for them to dispose of it in a safe way. And so they get the profits from that.
I don't think you know enough about
born
the
by
economy.
society. They're born by society in the form of like people get cancer. They're born by
don't think
society
I know
in
enough
terms
about
of
the
like, we've got to do the cleanup. That's what agencies do.
Pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
Yeah, because, bro, Sam Cedar didn't let this guy talk. Fucking Sam Cedar, this guy sucks. Gold? Well, gold isn't like... Gold is, it's complicated. Value. What is value, right? Gold is valuable because people think it's valuable.
Hey,
Yeezer.
it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Okay, so I would like to touch on the religious fundamentalist aspect.
Yeah.
Are you an atheist?
I'm a Reformed Jew. I don't have a strong belief in the existence of God, but I don't think that religion in and of itself is bad.
Okay, so what's wrong with religious fundamentalists? So like when you said trans rights and women's rights or something like that?
Well, the problem I have with religious fundamentalists, and really more, I guess it's really theocrats, is that they want to impose...
Theocrats? It feels like we're going way off the definition of religious fundamental. You should have just said You should have just said theocrats or something.
Their morality that comes from their religion on the rest of us, and I don't.
But morality, from your view, is going to be a preference, right? It's not morality; it's a preference.
What's
so morality without a foundation is going to reduce you to a preference.
Well, I have a foundation for my morality,
which is what.
No, he's debating meta. He's debating meta ethics. No, it's cooked. Dude, this guy won because he got fucking Sam Cedar to do a meta ethics debate. Are you kidding me? We saw it fucking live, bro.
Humanist vision of
that. No, you're stupid. Humanist vision. What the fuck are you talking about?
What basically?
No, just say no. It is a preference. You're correct. This is a preference.
It's as little suffering as possible for as many people.
Okay, so you're like a consequentialist?
No, because he basically said, how do you ground your... basically what he asked is, how do you ground your ethics? He's basically saying your morality is a choice. That is objectively correct. That is correct. That is what morality is. It is a preference. Okay? He's basically asking you, how do you ground your beliefs? There's no way to ground your beliefs in anything. However, you also need to turn it back on this guy and say, yeah, all your morality is also not correct. But I think my morality leads to better outcomes that we both agree on. The way that you get out of this is by saying, I think that both you and I want similar things. I think we both are looking for similar things. And I think that my morality is more objectively, it gets us closer to to our shared goals. That's how you get out of it.
Utilitarian?
No, I'm not a good debater. I'm not good debater because I can't think of like, I'm not saying this stuff in a way that is like super, I don't know. It doesn't sound good. I'm good at like talking to people or having conversations, but like when I'm in the midst of a fucking debate where somebody's trying to fucking prove me like I'm a dumbass, I will stutter and I will stumble over my words. But I know the things that I need to do. If I know the things I need to do, I can do them. But sometimes the improv aspect will kill me, and I'm not really good at the what's the word I'm looking for? Again, see, look at that. What's the word I'm looking for? You can't say that in a debate. I'm not good at I had it and then I lost it. The optics. I'm not good at the optics side of things.
I don't really bother myself
fine.
with being a consequentialist or a utilitarian.
It's always going to reduce you to a preference. So if you say that killing is wrong and I say it's right, you would really have no contention with that.
True.
Well,
True.
no,
True. Yes.
I
Yes.
don't,
Yes. Yes. Say
base
yes.
my
Say
understanding
yes.
of civil society on religion. And so we have a civil society. Okay. We have laws.
Oh my God! What are you talking about? This is meaningless.
In a democratic way.
This is meaningless. This is so meaningless.
For some people, it's okay for it to be informed by their religion. That's okay.
Okay, perfect. So if tomorrow society comes together and we say, "Hey, trans folks don't deserve rights," you would be okay with that?
Yes.
No, I would be against it, but I mean,
You're so stupid. Oh, he doesn't know anything. Oh my God.
It would be morally right under your
Not
view.
morally
yes,
right.
yes,
no,
yes,
no,
it
I'm
would.
talking about morals.
Okay, so here's where I'm getting to, right? Religious foundations provide an ethical framework for one to live their life off.
I believe you can have an ethical framework without religion.
And if we take the leftist view to its logical tail end, to its extreme view,
you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. The way that you get the way that you beat this guy is by saying, yeah, let's go down the meta-ethical rabbit hole. You can't base your shit in anything either. The way he's winning this argument is by saying, I am based in something foundational. He's not, by the way. He's lying to himself because he thinks that he is based in something foundational. He's not. He thinks he can ground his ethics. He can't.
Low reproductive birth rates. You have a reproductive dead end, so two men together can't reproduce unless they have to take from a healthy straight
reproductive
couple.
dead end.
Religion.
How many
provides this
people do you think are
foundation
gay,
where
my
you do
guy?
as a nuclear family.
So do you have a problem
There's so many,
with
many gay
being
people,
married?
bro.
It's not that I have a problem. I just don't see a justification for why they ought to be gay outside of it just feels good.
I don't see a justification as to why they should be gay. Fucking based. Gay people aren't logical, dude. That's so real.
Can you give me another justification for it?
Because it's the way people feel, bro. It's a preference. What you are going on and on about your preferences. Sam Cedar could have so easily beat this guy's ass, but he's a dumbass.
Well, I think maybe that's the way they were born.
Okay, what about pedophiles? Are they born that way?
Yes. Yes. You bite the bullet and you say yes.
They may be, yeah.
Okay, so should we let a pedophile
He said it better than I do.
off the hook since they were born that way?
No. What? What a crazy... Okay, Sam Cedar, I need you to point out there is clearly a cognitive distance between these two statements. Pedophiles are born that way, and pedophiles should be innocent because they are born that way. That is not correct. Pedophiles have control over their own actions. We put pedophiles in jail because they touch kids. The problem is not... We are not putting them in jail for the thoughts that they think. We are putting them in jail for the actions they do. There is a difference between those things.
No, I think we as a society has decided...
Should implement duties to prevent them from acting on that innate urge, correct?
Well, I think
Yes.
between consenting adults...
But there's a difference.
It's a different thing than...
Okay, so you're okay with the 45-year-old dad with a 19-year-old daughter as well? Incest.
Yeah, that's legally fine. I don't care. It's not good.
No,
I don't like it.
If they
but
consent,
it's
you're okay with
fine.
that?
No, I think society has also determined that it's like it's
Oh,
not
Jesus.
beneficial.
Right.
You can't use society as a justification for your fucking moral beliefs. Shut the fuck up. You can't say something is immoral because society said so. This is such a boring... Oh my god, this guy's a dumbass. I actually can't watch this. If I look at the comment section and they say, oh my god, he cooked, I'm gonna cry. This is the stupidest shit. Oh my god, they're all glazing Sam. Oh, Jesus. Free trial reality? Sam's a dumbass. Sheep, can you be entertaining? I'm trying. This guy is making me... Sam Cedar's pissing me off, dude. He's a shitty debater, and he's an even shittier. He's got an even shittier idea of like how morality works. Like, study a fucking. God, read a book. Read a philosophy book once. Dude, just read a little bit of philosophy. Anything. You don't know anything about philosophy. It's like crazy. This guy brought it to philosophy, and you got cooked off ripskis. That's crazy. You need to have a little bit of philosophical foundation in what you're talking about if you're going to have a debate about politics. Because you'll always find somebody that's willing to go down into philosophy, and if you can't fucking roll in the dirt that is arguing about philosophy, then you're just gonna you're gonna die. Because if you find somebody that wants to take you to the dirt and you can't roll in the dirt, you're gonna look terrible. And even though they're wrong for taking it to the dirt, people don't look at it like that. Boy, it's just a debate. I know it's just a debate, but I think it's interesting to look at the ways that people will try to justify their shitty beliefs and try to argue for it. Because debates, they're all optics. They're all optics based, and so you need to know how to look good. Basically, that's all a debate is. Unfortunately, it's just an optics game. Having a conversation with somebody. This is not a conversation. We're not watching a conversation. We're watching a debate. These are two people that are trying to look good for the camera. Not two people who are trying to learn something about their beliefs and understand the world a little bit better. Different strokes for different folks, lads. This is why if you're not a good debater, you probably shouldn't be debating, because you will look like a dumbass very quickly. All right, either way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it for today. I'm going to go watch WrestleMania. Shout out to Sam Cedar. MJ, I don't know why you would do this to me, but I'm kind of happy that you did. Because I did have a good time being mad at Sam Cedar for being bad. I'm eating. I'm going to eat too. Me too, bro. Me too, little bro. You'll never guess. I think you're eating... Wait, hold on. Let me guess. I think you're eating... I'm not going to look at my chat. I think you're eating... I think you're eating noodles. Something with noodles. And not pasta, noodles. Specifically the long noodles. No? Fuck! Alright, it's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun, but I've got to get out of here. Peace. Nutella is dog shit. Bye. Now that's bad optics.